I mean, like you can imagine him like standing on the skull, wobbling a bit, and then having like an impromptu sword fight with a book.
Yep. Where he's trying to block all the blows. Yep, exactly.
Also relatively happy with this.
Jello skull.
And the book's like a relic, so he's actually
Oh.
trying to like defend the book while defending himself. Great.
Yeah. Oh, and the book's got metal plating on it. That way, it doesn't. He can use it, but not
Yeah.
damage it completely.
Come on, you'll love this.
It's like a special book that he always chooses to fight with.
It's too
And
fast.
halfway through the.
Slow it down.
halfway
It's gonna hit some poor elderly woman and kill them.
With this is a library in which that's their choice. They came to this library, so.
The fool! How did you sneak into my library anyway? only to be killed by an art piece. Oh, idiot.
It's pretty cool though, no?
Yeah. My only feedback is to slow it down a little.
Yeah. I can do that.
I didn't.
Does
Okay.
it seem familiar?
It's the magic.
Yes,
D&D
it
magic.
is magic.
Yep. It is magic.
No, you know what I mean though. It's like the planes of existence with the magic.
Exist. Yeah.
Sorry, it's the magic. I probably should have been a little more specific than it's the magic.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's the magic. That's it. That's all we need. I can go out and find it right now.
It sure is the magic.
Well, I can
It
find
sure
that
is
shit on
magic.
Google Maps with that one quote. Don't you worry.
Don't even need the
and
address. I can
here's,
just zoom into it from the world view.
The map you sent me.
Let's go! I love that map.
You can't hear the music in the background, can you?
No.
No.
Okay, sweet.
No, but I have a lot still to do. I want to put in windows. That's what most of the gaps that you see are for. Oh man, I'm really not looking forward to putting.
Sorry, I just realized I was umming and ahhing over everything. I didn't actually tell Bunny what I was gonna be. Hold on a second.
Just have one bookshelf, turn it into a preset, put in your
That's
particle points in
what-
the bookshelf,
That's
and then
exactly. Yeah.
duplicate that
What I-
preset across the other bookshelves, so you edit one bookshelf and it edits all of
What I
them.
was exactly. That's exactly what I did here.
Oh, that's so
of the
smart. Very good job.
We should
what
have a
I'm
modeling
thinking of
party and hang out. Something.
Oh hell yeah. What I'm thinking of doing is make like a few pre-existing like arrangements of books, right?
That way the bookshelves
And
aren't
have, like,
all the
20 of
same.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
have like 20 differently arranged bookshelves and then make those into particle systems and
Oh.
so that it just automatically goes, I just have to put in a little particle emitter at each shelf.
Nice. You go, girl.
Ew, ye. I'm still thinking of a way.
Khan is total girl
still
boss
thinking-
right now.
Still thinking of if it's possible to randomize kind of what's the English word? In Dutch it's cuffed. But let's just say the color of the book.
Yeah.
Each individual.
Ah,
Yeah,
It
but
would
that
be cool
requires
if
knowledge of nodes, which is nodes are
Yeah, I would say
annoying.
I was just gonna say you'd have to node that, and then your chain linking to not chain linking, but your linking to your nodes would have to be really good.
Yeah.
And that shit
I
gets
mean,
annoying.
Look at this mess.
Yeah. Oh god. The part of 3D modeling where when you look at the stuff, it's literally just boxes and lines leading to other boxes and lines. I'm like, no thanks. Can I not?
I do enjoy the nodes.
Okay, well then you might have fun doing that. It's basically just visual
What-
programming as opposed to programming with text.
What I'm thinking of doing is if I base each and every of the same kind of base mesh, right? But then variations in scale, pardon, and line up.
Bro, you speaking double Dutch, all of you.
And where to line up the UVs, right? And then have the textures kind of line up the skill of each individual texture of the books, right? And
Uh-huh.
then find a manner to randomize which image texture it's using. That might work.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it might, but
I don't know. I've
All
never
I'd have
done
to
it
do
before.
is have like 20 different image nodes and then
or to
find
randomly pull from.
to randomly pull from, and then hopefully there is a randomize node.
There might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
you know.
someone out there's probably if it can be done, it probably has been done, and there's probably a little thing on how to do it
There's
somewhere.
probably a little tutorial.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most likely.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I kept referring to my screen, but I forgot that I stopped streaming.
Stop streaming.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
very
Never mind.
intelligent.
All right. And we're level 3, or are we level 2?
Yes.
What level
We
are we?
leveled
I
up.
don't even. Okay.
Give me 2
Level
seconds.
did you not put on your level 3 stuff? God damn it. How could you?
I'm only level 2. It's okay.
Get
It's
up
really
there!
easy.
Get up there!
It's a really easy level.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Why am I hearing noises?
Is it me clickety clacking? Or is it the sounds of nature and towns and maybe a goat or two?
No. Unless like
Probably the sounds of goats.
maybe. Were there like yelling men?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
then it is
arguing
that.
about how to rebuild the city that was destroyed because of you! No, I'm joking.
We saved that city. We made the
Yeah,
dragon
you,
leave.
You wake up with a huge headache. Turns out you were just on one really bad trip.
Vicious bender. Yeah. Never
Oh,
been so drunk in
God.
my entire
That
life.
would be, yeah, that would be a dramatic
Transcended space
twist.
and time. All right. Let's see.
That would be a huge twist in
Alarm
campaign,
detect
Jesus.
magic. Okay, that's not the right website. There we go. Spells. Meh.
Oh yeah, no, Gamma, you already told me about all of this. Remember we went through the class and everything?
Oh, right. Sorry.
No,
I
don't
thought
be sorry.
I
I mean, that's
remember.
fine.
I remember going back and forth constantly,
Yeah,
but I
no,
don't
okay.
remember coming to a decision.
Here, I'll ping you here and you can write it down, I guess, if you want. There you go. I don't know if you guys noticed,
cool.
but we don't use actual channels for the notes anymore. I've discovered that you can make private threads.
I know. I saw that. I was like, ooh, this
I
is
wanted to do
smexy.
forms, but you can't make private form posts, which is all I
Yeah.
wanted. So
Right? Seriously.
if
So
you go
dumb.
to main and then click on the threads button, there's you should see your respective nodes channel. I say should because there are 5 nodes but 6 players. Nope, there are 6 nodes. Never mind. It's just I'm on not bunny. Okay. What are we doing? I woke up with the sniveliest nose, I tell you. Oh, golly.
Mine is also sniffly.
You guys remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
shit
you
rocked.
fucking killed my you killed my captain, and we also had an awesome. We fucking watched the
Vampire
most
fight.
awesome fucking fight ever.
Yeah.
There may have been an epic duel. It's all right.
And then we
Maybe.
trained.
Being a duel in epic
And-
proportions.
Yeah.
And
The
before
CR
that,
has
tamed the
increased.
dragon.
That's how epic the duel was.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I guess quite literally, yeah. Your CRs have increased.
And the bad guy next time we see him is also going to be higher.
He's gonna
Yeah.
What's wrong with that one?
he's gonna give you the nervous frog look.
Nervous
looking
frog
good.
look and walk away.
Guys, like, I could take the rest of these guys with one hand tied behind their back, but that one, it scares me.
Oh god. I'm so upset he hit me with that dagger.
Yeah.
It's okay
Yeah.
though. All right, let's see.
God fucking damn it.
So that's good.
Paladins.
Not much has happened since last session. Obviously, after you fended off that guy, he respected his promise to a degree, at least. He was able to be a man of his word, and he offered, "Send out your strongest warrior for me to duel, and we shall leave." He didn't say you had to win, and you did as he asked. So, him and the rest of the raiding party did walk away. Something of relative importance to note is Frulam, one of the enemy raiders, supposedly the leader of this raiding group, gave you, Aster, and the rest of the people that intervened, because I do believe Nadalia was thrown at thrown at Aster like a spear at one point.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
She,
Javelin.
Frulam gave you guys a very long look.
Ah, you're back.
Took a welcome back. We're just going through the recap. Frulam gave you guys a very long look, taking a mental note before wandering off. You also managed to get the dragon to leave upon revealing to him the information that Frulam might be using him, which dragons are smart. He thought about it and connected the dots, and although the possibilities occurred to him, hearing someone give a more verbal response as to this, especially someone who shouldn't have known about the deal, really confirmed that in their mind. And so they flew off, they left, they were sick of doing Frulam's bidding. And they even offered a quest.
Yeah, but we need to get the... Yeah, well, the quest is get my thing, or I go back to what I was previously doing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a quest.
Someone else has offered what I seek, so I'll trust them for a bit, but if not, I'll go back to what has somewhat... I guess it hasn't been working for him, but, the highest chance of him getting
has
what he
potential.
wants. Yeah, it has potential. That would be the best way to put it. There's also the third big event that happened that night was the vampire. That was a vampire in the keep the entire time, being all sneaky and mischievous and doing...
I thought she was my friend.
A plethora of strange things. They gave you all potions, and she said that they shouldn't really... Don't tell anyone about these potions. They're quite volatile and experimental, and she wasn't even sure if she should give them to you. But, you guys, ironically, were quite convincing, so she handed them over, and then later in the night it turns out those potions may or may not have been infused with vampiric blood, which...
THC.
Yeah. And some other various unknown chemicals, we'll just say.
How many of them have I drunk of them yet?
MSG.
You have drank like 3 or some shit.
2 or 3, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, the fucking
You have-
the potion
you have had
that
a-
has
you
no
have
bad
had a-
effect.
It has
You
no
have
bad
had
effect,
a spooky amount of them.
but I will get
Yeah.
you to... don't worry. Khan did
I
roll
mean,
Constitution
My
check
saving
with
throws have been
disadvantage,
alright.
and they succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you shut the fuck up, Khan.
One
you
of
shut
you.
the fuck up.
I thought someone failed one.
Dare
Yeah.
I
I
say
did.
Yes.
that one
Okay.
Yeah, he
among
did.
us has failed the check. Nothing in character
I'm so
has yet-
annoyed. I
nothing in
rolled
character has
so
yet to be
well
revealed. Yeah, nothing in character
the whole
yet.
session.
There's no,
Well, no,
no
I
it's-
harpooned
symptoms
the
or
dragon
we-
with a minotaur.
I mean, to be fair, I've been rolling really poorly. I really needed that one.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? It's just universe balancing itself
Nothing
out.
bad or disastrous is yet to happen, so don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I did ask about the weapon that you had. Could I have taken the? Could I have
halberd?
taken the dude's weapon? Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
sure.
use it, but I can chuck it.
Yeah, if you'd like. The
Okay.
captain's memo. I'm not gonna make it a spiritual weapon because I don't think the captain was that much of a powerful and influential person to have one of those, but you can definitely
that's
keep it as a
fine. I
memorial
just-
piece. For sure.
I'm immune to disease
no,
now. Hooray!
I'm going to throw it at every enemy I see.
However, with news of the vampire's secret getting out, if she even was a vampire, presumably, I mean, there's nothing to confirm it yet.
Shut the fuck up.
We did go over to the temple and find
Oh no, I'm.
a bit of a
Oh,
bloodbath.
Aster hasn't said anything. Aster
Yeah.
hasn't said that she was a vampire, did he? But
Nope.
I thought she revealed. I thought she revealed that she was when she literally fucking teleported away.
Anyone can teleport.
She said she
We,
said
hold on.
like
We don't
70
know.
hours
You can
ago.
teleport. I can teleport.
She
Okay,
said,
hold on. We don't know, but we assume based on the
Yeah.
fact that
And
she
I mean-
was
I mean,
selling
exactly.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She was killing
Aster-
stuff. She used necrotic damage. She turned
Aster
into
is-
mist.
Esther knows she's undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
know.
She could be a lich, but
That's
we're
fair.
going to assume
Fair.
vampires will otherwise.
She said the form or the identity she took was killed 72, or was it 42? I think it was the
A while
form she
ago.
took
It-
was killed a while ago. And she was
Wasn't
masquerading
it-
as someone.
Didn't she
To
say
which-
she was 17 hours ago?
So it might
No,
have
it
been
was a
7.
lot.
I don't know.
Fucking
I don't care how old she is. That's how old she is when she's gonna die.
I don't remember too much. I know her story, but I don't know the dates. I just know the sequence of events. So it could have
You
happened
know her
17
story, but
hours
you don't know
ago.
history.
Could have happened 72 hours ago. We don't know.
Anyway.
It was sometime during the week, though. It wasn't like more than a week ago. I do remember that. So after a very chaotic night, we all came into the keep. We were thanked profoundly. Some items were given as thanks. Nadalia, you got the plate of green rest. It's actually an uncommon item. It's not a normal breastplate. I know I gave you a normal breastplate, but I was like, they're not gonna know what it does until later on, so we'll just give them a normal breastplate for now. But I'm actually going to rename it just so I don't forget to make it prettier later. Plate armor of greenest.
Cast detect magic.
Detect magic works the same as identify, or it just gives you the
Detect
the
magic.
school, right?
So,
Yeah.
well, you don't know it's something is magic unless you do an Arcana check on it or detect
snuggle
magic.
with it.
It's
Yeah,
abjuration.
you
Snuggle
gotta, you gotta
overnight.
snuggle with it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, you
tell
gotta
you it's
snuggle with it.
abjuration. There
I
you go.
mean, I'm pretty snuggly with it right now.
Yeah, because you were given to it, and then we did a long rest, so I'll give it
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
fair.
I
Oh,
do
that means I
believe-
slept. That means I slept with my amulet. Woo!
Do you know what it does? Sleeping with it identify it, or just detect magic it?
You have to
Tune.
essentially hang out with it for. Tuning is hanging out with it for 6 hours, 8
Nine.
hours,
An hour.
an evening. Yeah.
Let me actually check
You,
this because
you hang out with it and contemplate its existence. Essentially, is how you attune to an item.
I mean, surely identify isn't the only possible way to know what a magic item does, is it?
It's the only way to know without
No.
attuning to it. It's the only way to know without attuning to it.
So you automatically
And
know
identify doesn't show you if it's cursed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The
Isn't
only way to know if an
legend
item, legend lore will do it, and attuning to it, and then finding out you're cursed. Will also
Fucking
do it.
around and finding
Fuck
out
it.
is your
Exactly.
best option.
I think
excuse me.
Aster has no reason to not think that dude. To think that dude would give him anything cursed. So like 100% just gonna be like, all right, this is mine now. Thank you.
Sure. So when attuning
he
to an
saved-
item, you learn all of its spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also know if it's cursed, unless a curse specifically says the wielder does not know it's cursed, and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. blah.
You, I will simply edit the item and make this not a secret anymore. How do I do that?
Cool. We got the amulet, we got the armor. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, Aster was given an
Yeah.
amulet. There you go. I think I did that right. You should be able to see like a second paragraph now, maybe on the item. Like if you click it, it'll open it up and you'll see a description of the item. Okay, cool.
When attuned. Yep. Neat.
So you
No,
were
that's
given
not
an
something I'm
amulet.
gonna use entirely too much. That's bad for my health.
You were given the
That's okay.
breastplate. Nadalia, are you attuning to the breastplate?
Would I know? I could attune
You could
to
roll
it?
an Arcana check to it. I mean, actually, would you know?
Would I know it would be
I
magic?
would at that point. Then if you put it on, I feel like after an hour of wearing it, you'd probably just be
Tuning
attuned
is
to it.
essentially spending a rest in the vicinity of the item. If you specifically don't want to attune, then yeah, but otherwise it kind of just...
I think I would be
You make the
attuned.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, your item once per long rest, or I'm thinking once per dawn. Yeah, once per dawn, you can give advantage to somebody that's attacking you, basically. So
Attacking me.
one attack per day, you can give advantage to someone that's attacking you. Yes.
What?
As a reaction, okay, someone hits you. They go to hit you, right?
Right.
And as a
Yes.
reaction, thanks to this armor, once per dawn, so you have one charge that recharges at dawn, you can make their attack a disadvantage. So they have to.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
okay. It
So-
was
You
every
said
time you said it.
advantage.
Yeah, every time you said it, it said advantage, and I was
Oh,
like,
so
"What? Why would you
sorry.
do that?"
I don't-
Yeah,
maybe I
you were
was gonna-
saying like, why would you
Yeah,
want
so-
them like,
so
go
sorry.
on, stab me. You won't.
No, disadvantage.
I mean,
That's hilarious. Okay. I was not looking
As
at
you are the
something.
protector of Green Rest, and people fear that. It's more of a title thing, but the armor is representative of that title, if that makes sense.
can I give?
Stab me.
Can
you
I
won't.
have the choice if it's advantage or disadvantage? It seems like quite a boss thing to do.
No.
To be like, go on, fucking hit me, bitch.
If you
Then-
want that, I guess.
I
But
will
I
not
feel
use it ever, but
I
I
feel like
do.
you wouldn't need a magic item to do that. You just like, I
Yeah,
don't
you
want
don't.
to
You
try
just
to
make-
dodge any of this
Yep.
guy's attacks. Can he have advantage?
Oh,
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
But regardless, all of the recap. That was a long recap. Sorry, jeez. All of that
okay.
aside, we've all entered the keep. We've all found a relatively comfortable bed. Comfortable for a military keep.
So Star did not care. He like, I am sleep time now.
Yeah. And we've all gotten a safe amount of sleep. We've all taken a long rest, basically. And I'm just gonna put these guys here because they're doing an investigation, don't mind me. But
right.
Hmm?
I think with my new class during a rest, I have to do rune thing. Oh, right. I already chose that when
are
I
you a
leveled
media?
up.
Do you
Sorry.
have
my
to
bad.
roll for rumors? What?
No. It's like
Oh, your rune
runes.
magic, rune carver. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
But I chose those when leveling up, so that's alright.
So, you wake up, the day breaks, the keep is a little less active, which is good. It means people are migrating from the keep back into the town. The keep's still active, obviously. Guards mostly, but there still are some civilians that they've gone out throughout the early mornings to see if their homes were still there and burnt to the ground in ash or just beyond repair to be able to sleep in that are sadly still stuck in the keep, at least for now, until the rebuilding efforts begin. But
I'm terribly sorry.
if the four of you have things you'd wish to do, or something you normally do in the morning, or maybe situations you'd like to scout out for, go for it. Now's the
I'm
time.
back.
I'm gonna collect my
Terribly
shit.
sorry, but why do I have two lingering injuries, mana siphon?
Why do you have two lingering injuries? Oh, that might be.
How badly did you get fucked up?
Yeah,
Not
You
that
should get-
badly.
that might be
I mean,
that-
Eddie-
You went down once,
Yeah.
and then
just-
Yeah.
Gives you
literally
one.
just
Oops, that's the wrong.
That was
got thrown as a javelin.
Where
That
do
was
you
a
Yeah.
get these
static
things?
scar, if I remember right.
The
Not
lingering
sure.
injuries, I don't
Oh,
know
I
when they
found
go
them.
away. But yeah,
97.
I don't know when they go away. But yeah, you got it. They fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's just
You're
why I
supposed to
have
get a
two of the
scar.
same-
Oh, why you have
Yeah.
two of the same? No, that's a bug. Nope. If you have two of the
Okay.
Ah,
same
okay.
anything, there's a high chance it's a bug. The module that deals with effects, for some reason, had an issue where it was duplicating. It was applying the effect and then deleting it and then
Doing the
applying
job,
it
yeah.
again, but didn't delete it. So
Oh.
it was there twice. I don't understand it, but
Got it.
so Gamma, you're collecting your stuff.
I'm going. Is my house intact?
Roll a 1d10.
I don't want to roll a d10. Let's see.
So, question. I was not here. What are we doing?
Well, we've
I
gone
know
to sleep.
was collecting his
Yeah, no,
stuff.
we've gone to sleep. We've taken a long rest. We've woken up in the keep, and it's basically just what is your morning routine. We have a little bit of personal time, maybe like 30 minutes before the campaign starts. That's not the right wording for that, but you know what I mean. Before the major story event of the session happens. So it's
Okay.
just basically we're just doing. What do you want to do in the morning? You want to look around, you want to see what's going on, you want to get stuff, you want to find people, just stuff like that.
I'll type it in notes.
Sure. So, what did you get, Gavin?
A 5.
A 5. Your house is damaged, but not destroyed. If you had anything of great wealth, it's gone, definitely. If you had anything of... just most wealth would be scrapped from your house.
Yeah.
That makes a certain
He's not
sense.
looking for wealth. He's just looking for what's left of his granddad's stuff.
What'd your granddad have?
He had a very well put together spear.
This is more of an important question, I think. Was your granddad's stuff hidden or in a chest, or was it easily accessible?
It was not easily accessible, no.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little...
Roll a luck check. No.
Oh, God. I'm gonna do a little
Sorry.
thing here. The gnolls were in charge of the raiding. They're not the most intelligent. What is investigation? What is investigation? Let's just say it's a DC 16? Or would it be stuff that's in the attic and the basement, or would it just be hidden around the ground floor?
It would be hidden around the ground floor.
Okay, so we'll say 16. Oof. Nope. Got a 12. Yeah, you'd find these things relatively untouched, undisturbed, unfound.
Nice. It's a spear, a cloak, and a kind of like an all-encompassing sort of wolf head mask.
Sure. Sounds cool. Sounds macho.
He picks up, gathers, and then goes back to the keep.
Alright.
There's nothing else of value that he has there, evidently.
Valomir, is there anything else you'd like to do in the morning?
No, I'm just gonna go back to like the keep. Sit on like a chair and materialize a bottle of, I don't know, alcohol.
Sure.
What does Vladimir look like? Oh, sorry.
No, continue.
So, tall robot guy, his metal plating is like white, has some black markings. And he has like 2 little horns, like they're metal horns, that are kind of hidden by his big ass fucking hat. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a picture that,
Are you posting it?
Yeah. Where should I put it? Yeah, I'm gonna message this. It kind of looks like that. The clothing, I mean.
When he comes back from getting his stuff, he sort of looks at you for a second, as if realizing something.
By the way, like, his eyes and like inside of the mouth, I guess, are glowing bright blue. I like blue.
Okay. Interesting. Looks at you. Then approaches. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're not from the garrison, are you?
The what now?
You're not from here.
Well, nope. As you can probably guess by the fact that I don't know a lot of people here.
I can help out.
Oh, that'll be greatly appreciated.
No. Why did you help? Civilians supposed to go to safety.
I had to pay off a debt for a friend.
That's an extremely suspicious thing to say. You know that, right?
I know. I still don't care. But I still do believe that those people are, in need of help. So
He sort of gives like a slow nod. Literally for a bit. I'm going after the people that did this. Personal reasons, mostly.
Is it like the big guy your friend?
Big guy?
I think
The Minotaur.
it was a Minotaur. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons.
Understandable. Do you need help with your little quest?
Has your debt been paid?
I suppose after the dragon is gone and the vampires are, well, killed off, or even like the half vampire dude is killed off, well, I still need to stay here.
So you're staying at the garrison?
For now.
Okay.
So.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. That was a long quiet.
No, that's it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Natalia. The morning's beginning. The sun's starting to rise. You've woken up in your keep. You feel this attunement to your armor, and you've realized that the armor of Green Rest, despite it being plate mail mechanically, is still its own unique set of armor. Those that recognize it might shun away, or those that recognize it might feign to an attack, or attack with less confidence upon imposing the armor upon them, as in showing them the armor in full force, stating, this is the armor of Green Rest, and, so on and so forth. And you feel kind of good that you were bestowed with, at least roleplay-wise, and the title that could presumably come along with the armor of Green Rest. You feel good about receiving it. Is there anything else you'd like to do in the morning? Some of your own personal tasks? What would you like to do before the day really gets started?
Charlie, I would probably... Well, a bit ritualistically, probably sharpen her glaive for a while after having woken up. Just maintenance, that kind of stuff. After that, walk around in the keep a bit, see what's going on, and if anything interesting is happening.
Sure.
Join in.
There's only, I suppose, really one thing of interest. The mayor is kind of off leading, I wouldn't say it operations, leading rebuilding efforts and things like that. He's organizing, he's gathered a group of couriers. He's like, I need you to go to this town over here. We need a new priest. We need a few medics. I need you. There's a lumber mill in this resource, in this part of the world here. And he's got a map and he's just organizing couriers, beginning to gain supplies and various things like that. There is 2 guards stood outside the temple door closed. If approaching or figuring out what's going on, or even just watching from a distance, you can tell that the temple has kind of been cut off. It's kind of a restricted area for now, temporarily, at least. You're free to investigate as you will, but those are the only cool or interesting things that are currently ongoing at the keep.
That's something that I wanted to do last time, but haven't quite gotten the chance of, probably not much chance of it gaining anything, but worth a try. The mayor guy, what was his name again?
Tallborn.
Oh, was it a mayor?
Nightail. A Tallborn Nightail.
Tallborn Nightail. I would like to approach him, and if he does notice, start a conversation.
Sure, what'd you like to talk about? He'd after finishing off a message to a courier or something, he'd see you in the shining protector armor, and he'd say, Protector of Greenrest, Natalia, yes, how can I help you today?
Just hoping you might have some information. With us driving off the dragon, we ended up in a bit of a deal with it. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the, what was it called again? The White Heart? Was it, Bunny?
Winter's Heart, I think? Hold on.
Winter's Heart.
Let me check, because I don't remember. I have no idea. We'll just say it's the Winter's Heart because I completely forgot what it was.
You wouldn't happen to, in circumstance.
Yeah, it was the Winter's Heart. Let's see, actually. Let's see how much he's into history and things like that. We'll say Winter's Heart. Say it's a 14. It's got a +1. Ooh! Yeah! Winter's Heart. Interesting. What would a dragon want with that? Yes, no, the Winter's Heart is currently I believe it's an amulet, but it's not the amulet that matters, it's the jewel. The Winter's Heart. Pure white. It's said to contain the powers of winter within. It's mostly fairy tale things, but I mean, if a dragon wants it of all things, then maybe it isn't as fairy tale as I thought. Yeah, the fairy tale goes something, Winter's Heart, something, not so dark. I don't know. It'd best be more luck procuring or finding a magic item seller. They might know more. I don't know.
I see. You wouldn't happen to know of anyone currently present here that might have some insight about such matters.
Oh, well, if you're taking... I don't know what you're going to be doing, but, you know, if you're making your way out town, just on the edge of town, there's a very insistent trader, a weird fellow, tells most of my folks to stay clear of him, but he does sell magic items and various other bits and babbles and bobs or whatever he says. Sure, he might know more.
That's as good a place to start as any. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And if there's anything I can do to help around here for the moment,
No.
don't hesitate.
You've already done quite enough, thank you. There's... trust me, we wouldn't have the gold in our coffers to pay you anymore. But...
This was...
he's like, but... And he
more.
gives you a look. I am expecting to see you again sometime soon.
I hope so. Hopefully, to less smoke when making my way here. Smoke and fire. No. This here, not only on taps or breastplate, was more payment than I could have asked for. Thank you so much, and
Of course.
good luck making repairs around here.
Thank you.
And I'll join the party, relay the information of that we might find some insight in what we're looking for exactly at a magic shop.
And finally...
Which,
sorry.
no, which fucking Walter probably would already know, but
Finally, Esther. With the party going about their day, doing some, some small morning routines here and there, getting adjusted to the new situation of the keep, what would you like to do?
They are going to wake up, kind of sort of roll out of whatever bedroll they slept in or cot gently as possible, and grab the amulet. Actually, they probably wore it to bed. Grab their whip, and then just kind of go outside, because rituals and prayers and stuff like that are things that religious classes need to do, and I like to work them into my story. So he'll go out into the courtyard, and essentially he'll take his whip and he'll just he kind of unfurls it gently, very slowly, very casually. He's not trying to make a show of it, but eventually that's gonna be what happens. But he just kind of walks out past people gently. If someone's in his path, he will do his best to move, but he's trying not to move a lot because everything hurts. And he'll walk out to wherever the well is. I'm assuming there's a well in the courtyard.
Yeah. There's a small well. There's a wooden board on top of it, but that's just so people don't drop shit in it and fall in. You could easily move it or.
That's
whatever.
fair. So then, everything in this moment is done very not gingerly, but just very methodically, because he's trying not to trying to not reactivate the injuries that have been sustained because he's worn the fuck out.
Right.
So moves the lid aside, does the whole thing, draws a bucket of water up to the top, and essentially just dips the end of the whip, the star-shaped maul that's on the end of his whip, into that. Is saying some things in probably a language no one understands. That's fine. Just very softly, not just above a whisper, swirling it around. And then once that's done, the water takes on a little bit of a glistening, almost as if you're looking into space. And he takes that and he just looks at it, and then he just dumps the whole bucket over his head, sets the bucket down, and then walks out a little ways to there's an area of dirt, and he'll start essentially drawing with the tip of the whip, slowly at first, kind of like a metronome, just on the ground, gently swaying back and forth in a figure 8 type pattern. And then it starts to create more of a runic symbol, and he starts to step and turn, almost as if he's dancing. And then slowly but surely the whip will come up into the air, and it'll crack, and it'll come down. And it just keeps doing this, and each time it hits the ground, it makes a starburst pattern. And at the end of it all, when he's done from this trance-like state where he doesn't actually look or pay attention to anything else around him, somehow magically doesn't hit anybody, he stops, and then surrounding him, if anyone does care to look, is almost like a map of stars from some place far and long away that no one would necessarily know where it is, but it does in fact look like a celestial sea.
Oh, pretty.
And then he'll just kind of crouch down, do a soft prayer, and then stand up and go about his day.
I think Walter probably would come up to you, say hey, realize you're not listening, and just sort of watch.
Oh. Oh, sweet. Okay.
But yeah.
So,
When Yeah, you say, hey, you're standing there when he's done?
Yeah.
Oh, and mind you,
He's
he didn't do
standing
this.
there and he's
He's
got, like,
just in his pants. He's just wearing pants and an amulet
Oh,
at
he's
this point.
yeah.
Because because he did douse himself with water. He's not fully armored. It's just like and water. I guess they'd be called breeches. Our breeches, is that what we wear under our pants and stuff?
Yes.
Yes. So he's in his breeches essentially, which are like long
I guess-
shorts.
I guess
Walter's
Valmer would be
dressed
there
up
too.
properly, but yeah. Oh god. Yeah. We drove just watching.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I was
Oh.
around the distance. on
So,
the
like,
bench. Oh.
And then, so I guess he'll stand up and be like, oh, morning.
Morning.
Morning. Cold?
No. The cold on terrestrial realms is nothing compared to that of space. Or he would say of the astral
take it.
sea.
Valmer just nods.
I'll take your word for it.
The great news about being blue, he's not saying this, is you can't see all the bruises very well. Ooh, unless you want to say his bruises are orange. That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, even their bruises are pretty. Yeah, there's like little orange like spots and like welts, like all like just dotting all over their already shimmery star-like skin.
What about Nebula's pattern? You know.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, they burst into like a color of a nebula. Yeah,
Oh,
there we
that's so
go.
Cool.
That's what the bruises look like.
Golly.
They're gonna have a gnarly one from that fight. It might stick around. But,
oh yeah, I did recall I got fucking stabbed by a drake at some point. But no, he just sort of like looks you up and down. We're going to go get the Winter's Heart. Are you fit for travel?
Let's see. What is this? 2 days of this. What is this what does withering away mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. It doesn't tell me effects. Hold on. Okay, yeah. It doesn't even list any effects.
It's supposed to put an effect in the feature, but
Yeah.
I think it was during the time where it wasn't working properly. It's fixed now, but
All right, that's okay. Yeah, he's just gonna be. I'm just gonna roleplay them worn out then, but still fit for travel because that'll work. I can travel, yes.
Are you?
I'm gonna
Well-
inside check that.
Yeah. Are you well in the mind?
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
Betrayal usually gets to people.
No. The mind is sound and the will is strong. It takes a lot to tarry my convictions.
What do you want out of this?
Oh, I'm here until the incursion has been stopped.
No, I mean... Stops to think for a moment. He looks at you. They have taken a lot from me, and I have been running, and I am tired.
Running will eventually end in your own death, so facing it may in fact be better.
Yes. That is the decision I have come to.
Runs a hand through his like head mohawk hair and flicks some water off.
I am asking, what is your conviction?
Oh,
If you are driven by purely goodness, it is good to know, but...
I feel as if perhaps there's been some sort of misunderstanding. I am here to stop the interdimensional mess that comes with the cultist, I suppose. There's a good name for calling them. Is here, and until that is done, this is my home.
Raised eyebrow. Interdimensional?
Well,
I thought it was...
demons are not from this realm.
Ah. I thought you meant something stranger.
Oh well, perhaps. Hopefully it doesn't lead to that, but you know, people get messy.
So you have a duty.
Yes,
I can help. I can deal with that.
I am a watcher, and this is my duty, my post, and I'm here until it's done.
Our first line in our duty does not pertain directly to these cultists, but will aid in their downfall. As I said, the Winter's Heart.
Removing the
Well, that
dragon from play
seems-
would be wise.
Extremely so. Do you know anything of the Winter's Heart?
No,
Anything
I
that would
actually
help?
did. And who rolled? Someone rolled on it last time and got did well, and I don't remember who it was that did that, but I don't think it was me. Yeah. Only that it actually hold on. You know what? I have notes. 1 second.
Oh,
Let me check my notes.
I love notes.
Um.
Oh god, I almost threw my spoon at my screen.
Why?
Well, I'm just playing with it in my hand because I don't know something to do, and it slipped out of my hand and went all cling.
Okay, cool. So actually, they're on. Oh, they're here. Why do I have notes in 2 places, which is like the worst way to have notes.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't, cause I am horrible and hate organization apparently. Okay, let's see.
It was a little confusing after we migrated from our note channels to the note threads.
That's fine. I got my notes in my noggin.
Let's go.
Usually I do too. But I'm just double checking. Okay, I don't think I had much more on this other than the stuff we already know, which is, you know, Snow's Heart or whatever, that thing.
Winter's Heart.
Winter's Heart, yeah. And the dragon, the color's the dragon?
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah,
They're
that's not
in
weird
the-
at all. It's totally fine.
They're in the
Okay.
BC channel.
At least they're not white. Okay.
Oh, this would be a very different quest.
Yeah, it would be a very different quest. The guy was fucking crazy. So Aster will be like, no, only that it is what the dragon craves and is probably powerful of some sort, or at least a coveted item.
Do you know not if it is otherworldly?
I would have to lay eyes on it.
Understood.
We could
Well.
ask somebody that knows magic about this.
Indeed.
Yes, Natalia did
Earlier.
mention.
Earlier, I asked the mayor if he knew anything. He referred me to the magic shop at the edge of town. That might be as good a place to start gathering information as any.
Alright. I'm going to go take what I can from the armory. I think we should all get dressed, get ready, and start moving. Dragons are many things, but I do not believe them to be patient.
Indeed. We'll kind of like rub their ribs because, you know, it's sore as they walk back to go get dressed.
There
You
is.
need help walking.
Oh no,
Probably.
my feet are fine. Thank you though.
As the group comes together in the keep, getting ready for their new adventure. Fun. Oh, so fun. Whoa, adventure! Let's fucking go! Whoa! Sorry. So sorry, I don't know where that came from. As you guys are getting
I'm
ready
for it.
your,
I'm here for it.
for your new adventure, the sound of I'm not gonna say small man, but a relatively soft voice can be heard at some point throughout the keep. Valamir? Valamir, are you in here?
Yes? I guess I am.
Peering around or trying to find where this voice came from. It's the monk. The one of your little friendly friends, one of your little friendly pals. The monk who was friends with Leosin.
Leo!
No, it's
Dear
not
friend.
Leo. Friends with Leo.
Oh.
When you came to the town we established that you were in the church, right? And you were there with
Yeah.
another monk who was friends with Leo. This
Yeah.
is that guy.
Did
So he's
like type the
a
name or
relatively. We'll just call him Alzan. Yeah, Alzan. That's a pretty cool name.
Al?
Alzan. Al. Yeah.
Al.
Al. Everyone calls him Al. Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that. A relatively
Al, dear
young
buddy.
man. Yeah, no, a relatively young man, limping heavily on a bandaged left leg, so he's been treated. He comes
I'm
up
just
to.
gonna like the
sorry.
moment he like comes around like the corner of the door, I guess. Valmer is just gonna rush in and just help him take a seat.
Well, such a kind service. No. I'm good to walk. I'm good for walking. It's best to, you gotta, after been injured, you take some time to let it heal, but then you gotta start walking on it, start getting it back into use. And anyway,
You
I've been.
stare hurt.
Apparently word travels pretty quick. I've heard that you and some other adventurers that very easily and bravely fended off the terrible raiders. I've heard that you intend to follow these raiders to see where they've gone. Is this true?
For now, we need to go check on a magic shop, and then yes, it's true.
That's splendid. I'd like nothing better than to come with you, but unfortunately, in this condition,
No.
I feel as if I'd slow you down. Listen, in the midst of all this tragedy, there's no reason you should have heard about the fate of my master, Leosin, your friend, I believe we discussed. But it's important for you to know this. He's a monk from Burdusk. He disappeared last
Yes,
night
I know.
after we fought a particularly savage battle against the raiders. We were making our way to the temple as we normally do, and then they came and attacked. And on the way to the temple, we got in this battle, and he wasn't there after the battle completed. So me and some of the other monks just hurried onto the temple, and he's our master. He's the one that's teaching us the monk-like path. But we figured he'd be fine. But he hasn't shown up. A few others and I fought our way over here to the keep with you after the whole temple thing, but again, Leosin hasn't made it. We went back to the temple looking for him, and we've retracked our steps, but all we've found is broken amulets that he wears. He always wears it. And he hands you a amulet depicting. Hold on. I have this somewhere. Do I have it here? It's I like tying things in together, but maybe they tie in a little too much sometimes. Where is it? Here it is. It's very broken, very dusty and dirty, but it's a small amulet depicting a sort of a purpley starry thing with like a golden star in the middle.
Valmir is just gonna kind of think for a bit, just look very angry, I guess, or mad even. So he's been kidnapped, huh?
I mean, that's the best I can believe. At this rate, I'm not sure what the group would need of Leosin. He's very devout. I highly doubt he'd betray us. Highly doubt he'd betray us. Listen, gather your band. I'll give some quick introductions, and then I'll explain a little more.
Is everybody in the keep with me?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we're in the area. You can see Walter's just like walking back and forth in the fuck, where do they keep the weapons? What's that called? Armory. There we go.
Armory.
He's walking back and forth in the armory, sort of looking over things. He's trying to find the least chipped weapon.
Well, I guess I can track him down, and he like kind of points to the amulet. And then he goes to like, I guess the armory. Where is Natalia and Aster?
Natalia would probably just be doing the generic fighter thing of meticulously sharpening and grinding away at their weapons in the orchard or something. All bored.
Probably getting dressed, because putting armor on takes time.
It's a fucking
I'm
hour,
just gonna-
doesn't it?
Is it 10 minutes an hour? I don't remember. It takes
It's
time.
10 minutes for
10
medium
minutes.
armor, an hour for biggest.
Heavy?
Yeah, I think I'm technically in.
What's
What am I in? What am I wearing?
Let's see, chainwheel is heavy.
The heavier the armor,
Yeah,
the bigger,
Yeah.
the longer the time, I think.
I'm just essentially like, you got to put the undershirt, you got to put the padded shirt on underneath, basically the
Yeah.
the Dublin, and then you got to put the chain on top of that, and then you got to hook the pieces of like the shoulder pauldrons to the chain, like, and it's all got an order of operations, and then the gauntlets got to go on top of those, yeah.
And it gotta be very tedious, especially for you being hurt and all.
It's just taking his sweet ass time. Putting his armor. So he's getting dressed.
I'm gonna go over to Natalia, tap her on the shoulder, and say, "Hey, meet me at the insert place here where Al is."
Sure, we'll just say they're sat somewhere.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go over to the armory and say basically the same thing. Or yell just Walter from like the outside.
Oh, right. He seems dissatisfied with what he's found, but he comes.
Okay, here it is. Light armor 1 minute, medium armor 5 minutes, heavy armor 10 minutes.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
I
I thought it was 10.
nice.
So as
Put your pants on one leg at a time.
Valamir gathers the rest of the group, the monk introduces him as Alson Walandra. Makes his basic introductions and says, he's an apprentice monk. Basically just a small recap. He's an apprentice monk learning from their master, Leosin Erlenthar, who has disappeared after last night's events, and he wants help, basically. So he continues. He says, Listen, Leosin has been investigating these raiders for months. I fear that he might have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated, or worse, was captured and carried away as a prisoner. No one understands these bandits better than he does, and his knowledge will be invaluable against them, at least in my opinion. So if you do find their camp, please look for any sign that Leosin might be there. One of my brothers has already departed for Burdusk, our monk monastery, to bring back help, but it will be many days before any help arrives, so anything you can do before then, even if it's just mere scouting out of the location, will be a godsend.
What direction?
Oh, well, I figured... No, the bandits wandered off someplace east, last I remember.
East. Got it. He sort of waits for a second. Is there anything else?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Alright. Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Sorry for your
Yes, no. I'm sorry for dragging you all into this. Last I heard, Valomir here had a favor owed to Master Leosin, and I figured this would be the best way. I dare not speak on Master's behalf, but surely he would appreciate this as a repayal of whatever debt is owed.
Not being captured is preferable, I'm sure.
Yes.
More information on them is also preferable.
Again, I'm not asking you to siege the camp or even rescue or stage a rescue. Like I said, even the most simplest of information will be tremendous help.
Understood.
The parameters of your quests are desirable, and if we do and are able, you will see it done.
He gives a very, very polite bow.
And I'll look to the
Is
rest
everyone
of
ready?
them.
Where's Natalia?
Where is this
What was the first one?
magician? The magician that we're
Yeah,
supposed to
Oh,
talk to, or
sorry.
this
It's just
the
on the edge
magic
of town.
seller? Edge of town. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have the direction, so yeah, he will beckon whoever wants to follow, and he'll go off to the edge of town. I'm assuming he has the. Does he know where that is, or is this a new feature?
What?
I live
wizard
here.
dude.
Do I know where this guy is?
Oh yeah, sure. He comes around like every. It's extremely sporadic. You never know when he comes around, but he does it often.
He's like the dude from fucking Destiny.
Oh,
He's
actually, you don't know. You don't know how accurate you are being right now. So can you calm down, please? Like honestly.
Where do you remember the fucking? There was a website where the website was called Where Is Sir?
So,
And
yes.
That was oh god,
Oh,
I fucking
man.
love that.
I
back
will
when
be
I
able to
was-
say, by the way, you won't need to worry about rolling tracking or anything like that. You guys are following a massive war band. A wide swath of grass is trampled down. It's impossible to determine how many there are precisely, but it is very easy to follow the path.
Gotcha. Let's go find Zer.
So, following this, again, this small path, which, following the path, it would reveal kind of what you guys already know, that there was a lot of them. A mix of humans, gnolls, and various trained baby drakes and reptiles among them. However, for those that are intrigued in the tracking aspect of this, I will accept a perception check.
Why not?
Perception? Sure. That's a 5.
Nope. We're trying to beat a 50 now.
That's
You've
a
already got it.
17.
Let's see. I like perceiving things.
Oh,
Seven.
I
Nadal
like
got it
rolling
too.
5s.
Alright. Character sheet.
You know, I realized I promised myself not to use digital dice again. But
Ooh.
they
Yep.
treated me
We
awesome.
all got 3
17.
17s in a row. Well, to all of you but Gamma, who maybe instead of paying attention to the tracks is paying attention to the spots he's normally seen Alzan in. No, it's not Alzan, by the way. It's Azan. Sorry, I don't know. I know I said it was like Alcazan or something, but I was being a goober. It's Azan. Sorry. You'd be able to determine from these tracks that many of the beasts' footprints are much deeper on the retreat than they were on the approach, as if they were being weighed down by loot on the homeward trip. However, it's very relatively safe to reach that conclusion on your own. As you guys get towards the edge of town, there is a small little kerfuffle. As a dog, you'd hear a dog, or what appears to be a dog, barking, and a very muffled voice, almost arguing with the dog. Turning the corner, you'd see this man here. Oops, did I do it? Did I do it? Yes. You'd see this
I
man
don't
here.
think you did.
Did I not do it?
What man where?
I
Ah,
see it.
now I see it.
Ah.
Okay, cool. Whew. Ooh, you see this man here. He's currently talking to the dog, who appears to be half mechanical, half flesh and alive. The dog.
I still don't see the man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture.
Here,
I'm
no,
here
I'm
for the
already.
moops.
Okay.
I'm already on it. Where is the main channel? There we go. At not iGame. At Gamma. There you go. But he doesn't seem to have acknowledged you folks. He seems to be in a deep conversation with the dog, who is just barking.
I want to listen to what he's saying.
I would probably ignore them because I have no idea this is the man we're looking for.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. From what I know of him, does he seem put together, or has he got a few screws loose?
Definitely. It depends on what you mean.
As in,
Okay,
how insane is
He's
he?
not. He's not normal. He's not the normal. He's not a normal trader, a normal merchant. He's definitely.
Yeah,
He's
I was gonna
definitely
say,
all
it-
over the place. He is organized himself. He has a very strict set of rules, but how he carries out those rules will never be determined by a player. I think.
The
don't
Witcher
know.
code.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for a bit until he sort of... Yeah, I'm gonna eavesdrop on him, like, speaking to the dog for a bit.
Sure.
That's what I'm
If it's of nothing of import, then I'm gonna interrupt.
It's kind of want to make you roll something for this. Let's see. Can you roll? Yeah, I think insight would be the best way to go. Yeah, you too. Nadalia too. Nadalia and Gamma. Could the two of you roll insight?
Inside. Where is it?
7.
Side.
Okay, no,
6.
He's speaking relative gibberish
Okay, I'm
to
gonna
you.
go.
He's apparently the
I'm
dog
going to
has
real dogs.
consumed 13 extra dogs, and he wasn't allowed to, and he says he has to fix 17 porcupines to make sure that it works with his system now. It's not making a whole lot of sense.
As we've like slowed to a stop, I'm like, is this the man we seek?
Unfortunately.
As-
Hey! As he
I was
I'm
waves.
sorry for us. I'm sorry for us.
He does the SpongeBob turn. You know the SpongeBob caveman turn? He does that.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa! Travelers! Travelers, not local. Oh, maybe locals? Hello! Yes, hello, my name is Azan. Oh! Good to see you, Walter. It's been some time. I spied you out in the town. I didn't know if you'd make it through the raid, but, you know, I'm very glad you did. It's very good to see you and your friends that you brought, yes.
Takes a deep breath in. Okay. Yes, I made it through. These are companions of mine. We have a common goal at the moment, and you're unfortunately involved in that.
Oh, I love common goals, but I did not do it. I didn't do it. It was the dog.
I'm
I
sure
already
it
know you
was.
didn't do it, but
we
Close
sim-
call.
Sir, we
Sort of
simply
lots
need
of
your
very emotional.
expertise.
Oh, my expertise. Well, first of all, let me give you the rules. There's a very strict rule set that I follow. I cannot show you what I have on wares. You simply ask, and I see if I have it.
All right. Does that count for knowledge as well?
Yes. Whoa, wait. Yes.
Do you know anything of the White Star?
The White Star. Let me see.
it's a jewel.
He picks up the dog and like opens its mouth and puts his hand down its throat and starts
Light
fiddling
sapphire, the
around.
Winter's Heart. As I said, well, the White Sapphire, the Winter's Heart, the White Star, they're all
Winter's
interlinked.
Heart, Winter's Sapphire, Winter's Star, Winter's Star. Let's see. Whoa. He pulls out a white gem out of his bag. Yes, here. It is it's a replica of a very, very good jewel. I can sell it to you, maybe 1 copper piece. That's if you want it for a copper piece. I'm always welcome to 2 copper pieces, but I'd only give it to you for 1.
So he's got a replica of it in his hand?
That's what he said. Yes. He's just holding like a white rock.
Didn't the mayor mention it was an emblem?
No, this is
Yeah.
he said he did say it's a replica though, like so we know that it's not real, but that may be what it looks like.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I was
We're not-
hoping more for information than the item itself. What do you know of it? You have a replica, so you must know
of
something.
course. He just throws it into the forest. He just like throws it away like a piece of trash. Right, let me see. He shoves his arm back down the dog. Dog looks fine. He's not bothered by this at all. Let's see, information. A bookshelf, bookcase. No, that's not a bookcase. What is, He pulls his hand out of the dog. See, what did I tell you about eating those 13 traits? Now I have to find another thing. He just puts his hand in his pocket and he pulls out a very small notebook and starts flipping through it. Right. Okay. Yes, are we... quick question. Are we talking about the organization, the magical item, or the person?
Item.
Item. Okay.
All of the above, actually.
All of the above. Well, that's going to round to quite the cost.
What do you charge for your
I
information?
What do I charge for my information?
Everyone.
What do I charge for my information? The dog just looks at me, doesn't.
Aster's gonna like lift a brow and just kind of smirk. A back rub, tea, dinner.
No. Well,
a quest.
Perchance you come across any porcupines, I would very much enjoy their hides. I need porcupines to fix dog.
Okay.
But that's kind of a future promise thing, and I don't trust you. I do trust Walter. Well, it's a bit of a tricky situation here. We'll do a 50-50 split.
You can trust my gold. He takes up 5 gold pieces.
Oh my god, you have 5 gold pieces? Damn. 5 gold pieces? Oh. Yes, I said, yes, I'll give you information on 2 of these items, and then 1 when you get back.
It's the best we're gonna get, isn't it?
It really is. Let me confer. Dog? The dog doesn't... He doesn't have any input. I'm having a bit of business trouble. But
Well,
I believe
you'll
this is
continue
fair.
to have business trouble until the dragon situation's sorted, I'm sure.
Oh, dragon schmaggin', it's porcupines I'm worried about.
Evidently. So, we'll take the magic item and
Magic item? Oh, yeah.
looks over at
He rips out a piece of his little book and eats it. Like a sheet of paper.
Okay. You know what? Wait, you said I don't want to ask. It's not my place to ask. All I care about is the magic item. Unless someone else wants to know anything more, I'll leave that up to any of you lot.
The organization seems intriguing.
Is that the vote? The item in the organization?
The person seems... I would actually vote for person.
Same.
Alright, we've got 1 for
Person.
organization, 2 for person. Sorry, Natalia.
It's alright.
Alright.
Although, just actually,
Firstly,
I mean, just also just knowing that the White Star is a person is interesting.
Well, we'll find out a lot more in a moment.
So we're going
5
with
gold coins.
person and magic item, yes?
Yes.
Okay. He rips out another sheet of paper and eats it. Ooh! He puts the notebook back in his pocket and starts rubbing his temples. Okay, it's all coming to me now. Just eat the paper. Okay. Woo! Okay, wow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. He like starts coughing and choking and regurgitates the second piece of paper that he ate. And actually, can everyone roll Arcana? As he regurgitates this piece of paper and spits it out. But in the meantime, spicy. That one didn't agree with me.
I don't know shit.
Alright, Arcana, we say? Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana.
Same.
Might have a bit of trouble with the person for some reason, but the magic item, yes. The Winter's Hearth is a white ruby sapphire thing, I think. The scholar wasn't very sure, but this is a very powerful magic item. It contains the wrath of Winter's fury. commonly associated with darkness. However, it can be used for light, and in the powerful of someone of good alignment, or in the hands of someone of good alignment, instead of used to cast shit like blizzard and a bunch of other very cold and heartwarming spells, it can instead embrace the warmth that comes associated with winter. It is very powerful and very, very sought after. Last known location, it was in a temple, somewhere near Myton, the capital of the nation. We're in Myton, yes. It was in a temple in Myton, but unfortunately there's been some spies, some thieves roaming around, and apparently it's lost its spot in that temple and is now unknown. A group or organization might have stolen it. Guards haven't gotten very far. I think that's the best I'll get. Ooh, Aster with a 16, and Aster, it makes sense because you're a paladin. As they coughed or choked on this piece of paper and spat it out, and notice a very... Hold on, I need to check this before I say it because I don't know. Oh, no, that doesn't... The paper comes out of his mouth burning, with a holy flame, a radiant flame, as if he's tried to, I'd say, yeah, with a 16. Everyone would notice the paper came out. The DC for the paper was 8. Everyone noticed that he spat out the paper and it was on fire, and you could tell it was a relatively radio flame. Aster, you got the beats it on the 16. And it makes so much sense because of your order and everything. When he eats paper, he's absorbing pieces of knowledge, as if the paper were encoded thoughts or encoded memories or encoded things. He ate this paper, and the information started filing in from another realm, but was quickly corrupted, basically like Hellish Rebuke to a degree, but with Radio Flame. So he tried accessing information from a separate realm, and it burnt him. He got fucked for doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense, because he punched a little bit above his pay grade. Yeah, that's fair.
Now, listen, on the White Star person, he gives you a single gold coin back. I wasn't able to get the fullest extent of the information. Quite a tricky one, trying to access that level of information. Jesus, you got any throat things, dog? Dog opens his mouth, and on his tongue is a small lollipop, which he takes.
No.
Oh, so as I was saying, they appear
Aster
to be...
seems completely unfazed by all of this. Just pointing that out. Continue.
Same.
There's a visible cringe from this.
a celestial of
Just
entity
some
of
mouth
sorts.
insert from the top.
They're currently bound to a realm, but it's less bound and more trapped. Tried to access it, and they didn't like it. They putted me out. Very rude of them. They were very powerful, very scary. Something was wrong. They weren't... I'm not sure if they were pure celestials. Something... They did seem celestial, but something was wrong with them. I'm terribly sorry.
You can be, you can be celestial and not be pure.
They could become corrupted.
Well, yes, but
That's a possibility.
if you'd like information on that, I would appreciate it if you give me some gold so I can get the information on it as well.
It's legitimately gonna sigh. Very powerful celestial.
Okay.
Bound.
No problem. Listen, while you're here,
No, I understand your services are worth payment. I'm more sighing at the fact that this is a celestial entity from beyond, and your ability to access it through the veil is impressive. But what concerns me is how quickly it shut you out, which seems abnormal for you.
Oh, yes, this hasn't happened in quite a long time, come to think of it.
Which is not bode well for us or your realm.
Definitely. Well, this is not my, well, I mean, I guess it is my realm, technically
Currently.
speaking. It's where, where I come from, I think. Stay, would you be willing to give me some more gold? I could find out more about where I come from.
Oh, that's Amanda going, oh, this poor guy is literally
It's
just
in my book
bonkers.
somewhere, but, everything has a price nowadays.
Hold on, let's see.
I-
What do I have?
Yeah, I look at the rest. I
I know gold
Got
is
what I
quite hard to
needed.
come by, but, for information this deep, the 5 gold I admit, Walter, was a bit of an overpayment, if you want any of it back, but,
Oh, you already gave one back. I wouldn't mind any more.
He's just gonna look at you.
So anyway, while you guys are here, any bits and bobs, I have access to items of, I think, at least uncommon rarity. Feel free to ask. I'll search around, see if I have anything, and if I don't, I'm sure I could back order.
Oh, if I've got to ask, you know what I'm going to ask for, Bunny.
Anything of service I could offer you, Walter?
Where we're going requires a sharper mind. Do you have anything for that?
A sharper mind.
What are you asking for?
I don't know, something that
Belt of
sharpens
intelligence?
one's intellect.
Oh,
Belt of intellect. Or something like that, right?
Are you trying to be smarter?
dog, come here.
He puts his arm on the dog and begins bailing around.
Dog, an intellect, uncommon item. Yeah, ugh. That's not so good. Well, yes, I do actually.
He pulls out a very fashionable pair of glasses.
That's not it. Never mind. No. Let's see. I mean, Walter's. Yeah, he has a suit. Well, maybe let's go to the suit. Oh, that's a dog.
He starts like shaking the dog in his arm.
It's mine. I found it first.
He pulls out a tie. It's got dog saliva all over it, or you'd assume it's. You can only assume it's dog saliva. What it actually is might be unknown for a while.
Hold on. Is this a smart tie?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, I'm not going to call it a smart tie, per se, but I mean, it does make you look fairly smart, and I feel like that self-confidence might begin activating some self-fulfilling prophecies about your own intelligence.
There's a squint. How much for this confidence boosting tie?
Dog, come here.
He squats down and then does this. He squats down facing you guys and then does this like little turtle turn and turns around.
Yep.
Um,
So we can't see. God,
looking for
this guy. This
talking to
guy.
the dog, just so you can't see what he's talking about. Because it's a private business conversation. And he's going to begin chatting amongst himself, just for a minute. In the meantime, did anything else want anything?
Yes.
What were you after?
Except bands of intellect, everyone, the entire party.
I would ask him, or it, or them, or
It.
Yes. It. If he happens to have a slightly doubtful, but if he doesn't have it, perhaps information on it, a ring that used to be in my mother's possession. And I don't know how to call it. It's the thing I sent you earlier, but
A ring? Are you seeking information on the item itself? Because information may lead to the whereabouts of the item itself, however.
preferably if you have the item itself. If you do not, the information on it.
Let me open up my gold calculator.
Sorry, this is just me as a DM.
Okay, dog, reveal to him the price. Let me
Yeah, it's a
search for
dog.
this item.
The dog comes up to you, Walter, and he looks at you, and in your mind you hear. I actually need to look at the conversion. Sorry, one sec. I have it somewhere. I think it's in the channel. Because we use silver standard, and I don't want to make you overpay for conversion. So.
Oh yeah, that's
if I
right.
wanted-
You did have it right. I forgot we were on silver standard. I updated that wrong.
That would be.
What's silver standard?
Hold on. Oh, let me open up a calculator. Silver standard. We use silver. Basically, it replaces silver instead of gold. 8,000.
It replaces what?
Instead of you probably don't have 5 gold unless you somehow have 5 gold. It was probably 5 silver.
It's okay. We'll leave it as 5
okay.
gold because
Yeah.
he's taken it now and it's his. And I
Yeah.
kind of needed to give you the
Whoa, whoa,
information
whoa!
anyway.
Oh, okay,
In
fair
that
enough.
case, I don't think I'm supposed to have 8 gold.
You might.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do remember going through everyone's character sheets, and changing
Well,
their currency to
everyone
the silver
but
standard.
mine.
But yeah, obviously. But Walter. I put it in main, the currency conversions of everything. But don't worry.
A headband of intellect. Whoa, whoa. Quite an expensive item you search.
The dog will hold out, will open his mouth, and you'll see 8 gold pieces in his mouth.
Gold pieces?
Yes. He's basically saying it will cost you 8 gold for a headband of intellect.
Oh, I was like, do I take what's the?
I mean, you could.
Um,
He's not saying that. It's just a conclusion to jump to. Is he offering you the gold? Who knows? This pairing doesn't make
yes.
very much sense a lot of the time. They're kind of crazy.
Start reaching.
If you do reach, he will growl. He's a very angry doggo.
He sort of frowns. Alright. A bit out of my price range, unfortunately.
I see.
Silver's all I have at this point. But oh no, you got an ever-smoking bottle?
An ever-smoking bottle. Ever-smoking bottle. Oh, wow. We do. I'll give it to you for a single gold. Or, it's friend discount. I'll give it to you for 80 silver.
Alright, hold on. How much was the high of intellect?
8 gold.
Oh.
80 silver for the
Don't worry.
ever-smoking
I'm gonna like pay for this thing, and then I just toss the guy 8 gold.
Thank you very much. Yes.
He'll take the 8 gold and hand you the tie with the saliva on it.
She's gonna pick it between like 2 fingers and just hand it to Walter.
He looks grateful for a second, and then there's like a look of disgust. Thank you, I guess.
Don't
And
mention
with, in regards to this ring, you wanted information or the item itself?
Depends on which one you have. If you have the ring, I'd love the ring. If you have do not, I'd love the information.
The ring. Is this the ring? No, this is an instrument.
Right, but remember with the previous campaign we had converted it into which made
Okay.
more sense.
Right. No. I'm remembering now.
Oh, it's a rare item. No. This is below my pay grade for now, at least. The more gold. or silver that I obtain throughout the campaign, the more powerful I'll become, the more my tentacles and tendrils reach through the realms, so to speak. Metaphorically, I don't have.
There does a bit of a glare.
I don't have multiple appendages. I only have two. Normal 4.5 human elf goblin dog. Regardless. No. Fortunately, I do not have the item. The information, mayhaps, will cost you,
Will cost me.
say, 15 silver.
It's a deal.
The dog opens his mouth, expecting you to throw the silver down his throat. As he opens his notebook, begins flipping through different categories of rings, items, potions.
Terrified to ask if they can do change.
He rips out a piece of paper and eats it.
Whoa!
Do you have?
An icy ring. Accompanied. Yes. There's a magic shop.
Did I ever give a name to the town that the mayor told you to visit? Like, oh, you know, if you go to this town, there's a shop there, and I'll give you a discount. Please, just say that you're friends with me.
No.
I don't think you named it. You just told us that it was there and that you were
I'm
going
gonna
to
name
name
it
it.
Birthstone. It is named Birthstone.
Oh,
Birthstone.
The town of Birthstone. There's a magic shop. Quite a fantastical man. A friend of mine. Not as cool as me. But he may have what you seek. If he does not, he will recompense you the silver you paid.
Do you have change for a gold?
No.
Okay, I might as well. Wait, 1 second. There was this one particular item. You guys continue. I'm gonna look something up really quickly. I'm so
Yeah, no, we can say, if it's something you gotta search for, we can say we can move on and then, you know, we'll
Yeah.
just
Back
get back
to
to
it,
this
yeah.
later. And I'll just write you an answer.
Well, I mean,
Or
if you seek no other wares, then my services are no longer required.
I
Correct?
seek one more thing.
Oh.
I think I may have mentioned it at one point, but it's been a while, so do you think you could get me a suit that fixes itself? Doing it manually is a pain.
A suit that repairs itself. Are you looking for a suit that repairs itself, or do you wish the information to find one? Information will come cheaper than the item itself, of course, but you'll have to put in the manual hard work to get it.
Stranger to manual labor?
That'll be 10 silver. A family friend discount. Of what family? Well, the family of business, of course.
The dog will open its mouth.
You got change?
No.
Great. You know what? I have a lot to do. I realize I don't have time to go around picking up suits.
Oh, well,
We'll just
not
buy it
you
straight
know, if
up.
it's change you need, I'm sure I can find some here.
He puts his hand down the dog's throat and begins shuffling through around some things.
Yes, probably pay me a gold. Probably want some silver. Okay.
He pulls out a small bag of coins.
The change there is.
Thank you for your honesty. Yes, I would like to know
Sure.
where I
he'll,
can find clothes of such a manner, and he
Give-
he hands
yeah,
over a gold coin.
give
But
him a
he
gold coin.
he
He'll take
grips
fi-
it for he grips it for a moment before he lets go.
He'll take it. The dog will cough out change. Not sure why he brought out a bag of coins. The dog will cough out change for you. This change isn't covered in saliva. The gold doesn't care about the saliva. He cares about the tie that you stole from him. he will angrily cough out change on your feet in anger of stealing his favorite tie. Not the point.
The suit that repairs itself, yes. Well, there was a tailor in Greenwest, this very town here, that offered such a service, however.
He leans in a little bit, looking around.
The mayor isn't such a big fan of magic as he might seem. The tailors mysteriously disappeared on a trip that they were taking. They went to Birthstone to acquire some new apothecary materials, and on their way back, vanished, never to be seen again. Their replacement might also be in Birthstone here. A favor of yours.
He'll pull out, just out of his back pocket, as if it was tucked on his belt, a small token, or small little, like, circus fair ticket looking thing. There's nothing on it, it's just an empty ticket, but he'll give it to you.
You'll be looking for the wondrous seamstress of Birthstone. Simply, that is her name, I know nothing more. Hand her this token, and you'll be assessed and allowed entry to her tailoring parlor. There, you might be able to bargain or win it over a game. She has won 4 games, last I recall.
Right. Well, thank you.
The pleasure, as always, has been mine.
It has to be someone's. Are we ready?
There's no more deeds I can offer today, actually.
He tips his little weird hat a little, and looks up at the sky.
Yes. No, not today. Not at this location. Too much purchases, too many goods peddled. I must leave. Exchange locations. Find a new home for now. I'll see you next time I'm in Greenwest, lest you're not here. Perhaps we might meet again on your journeys.
Oster is just gonna like look at him and kind of nod. There's definitely the sus
Don't
expression.
worry. Acquire the porcupine skins, and I shall find you again. I'm aware of when these things happen. Always am.
And he's going to go over to a rock. And you know how like those people pretend to walk down the stairs?
Oh yeah.
He's going to do that with his
Are you
dog.
fucking
But
kidding me?
if you then go and check behind the rock, he's legitimately just not there anymore. He will leave. He has left. He's gone.
Alright,
there's you.
another fucking, what was it, a fortnight until Zer pops up again? Walter's not gonna check.
One
He just
is
sort of.
trouble.
That
They are
was a
not.
strange encounter.
They are trouble if you meddle in their affairs.
No,
Besides
they
from
are
that, they're a
trouble
nuisance.
for the affairs they meddle in. Are beyond them.
Well,
We should move.
well, that is. You know what? No, you're right. Onwards, we can follow the tracks.
That was a very strange bag of holding.
That's a bag. Okay. I feel like it's more than that, but I don't have enough to confirm or deny that.
It's just his pet
Conservative.
dog.
Don't worry about it. It's just a doggo.
Yeah.
I don't know what dogs are like where you're from.
Oh no, that was not Oster saying that at all. Although that is probably not
Okay.
abnormal for what
That's
dogs
very
are like where
normal.
they're from.
Like, oh yeah, dog. That's space dog. They do that.
They're a space dog. Don't worry about it.
Just back in the space boonies, we had dogs like that all the time.
Because stuff eats their lower halves, and then you have to fix your dog. So it's just the easiest way to do it is just machinery, right? Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Now, as we all walk, Oster is like the amount of times they reached through to elsewhere draws attention. It's not necessarily safe.
Here's a slow nod. I'll take your word for it.
Especially if we're dealing with
It's a
an
nice
entity.
tie, though.
Eh, color is this tie?
It matches the suit in the token art.
Oh.
I had to fight the
doesn't
dog
matter.
I want
for
it to
it
be like
though,
a-
but he fought the
Yeah.
dog so he'd get a matching tie to the suit. That's a favor in his eyes. You owe. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Or am I? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
please.
with him.
We'll get his fucking porcupine skins.
I wonder if he actually wants the quills or the skins, because the quills don't stay on the skin when they're skinned, usually.
Who knows
We
what he
can
wants?
bring
Knowing
him.
him,
honestly.
it's probably the skin.
Well, we'll bring him everything just in case. I am familiar with wilderness.
So,
Oh, you can take point.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
have survival, so.
speaking of taking point, the trail goes east for a little bit, but then begins to lead south, about 12 miles, to a more rugged region where steep-sided rocky plateaus replace the gentle rolling hills of the Green Rest area. The land between the plateaus is largely flat, broken out by outcroppings and wandering streams and steep-sided gullies. Sorry.
Please, you got it right.
The plateaus just 50 to 100 feet above their surroundings are difficult to climb except where the rocks have fallen and subsidently created natural ramps up them. The crumbling sides of the plateaus are also dotted with various caves and tumbled boulder fields here and there, not of big or major concern or interest. As you walk along this track, oh god, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry. That was over the top, sorry. As you continue along this path, you wouldn't even have to roll for something so obvious. The smoke, black smoke of a small campfire, spotted several miles ahead, as well as the whiff of a warm roasted meal. What would you guys like to do?
So we can smell
Fine.
food cooking.
Smell food and you'd be able to see the smoke of a campfire up ahead.
But just like one campfire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's gonna look between them, and then he's going to, in a very swift motion, just sort of like, take something out of his bag, this long, bedraggled, like a deep, like anthracite grey cape. It twirls above himself and sort of clips onto his shoulders and very quickly wraps himself up, finishing by putting what looks like a wolf head over like a wolf head mask over his, as he takes out a spear. Precautions. And when he walks, usually when he walks, he's a very straight, standing upwards, straight backed person. But he hunches over quite a bit as he continues to walk forwards, much more cautiously.
Also, don't worry, you
Yeah,
guys
just going-
aren't close enough to be on the battle map, but since you guys see the battle map ahead, I'm just placing you there for now. So that's just what the
Gotcha.
scene would look like. So what's everyone else doing? Are we approaching? Are we sneaking? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna approach very, very carefully.
Sorry.
Can we roll snook?
You can roll snook. I will say you'll get to a point where you can see everything that's going on without having to roll snook, but if you wanted to approach from there on, you'd have to roll snook, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
So as you guys approach, you spot a group's cooking fire. You spot the smoke from several miles away. A small group of stragglers, appearing to be from the main raiding band, have stopped to roast a few prairie hens for a meal. they sought shelter in a low spot between the surrounding hills, where tall boulders have rolled into a loose jumble. In fact, looking over this, it wouldn't be hard to presume the spot they are in offers little protection, making it easier for others to sneak up and do dastardly deeds. You can observe for a few minutes, if you'd like to determine what this group's doing, you know, all of that stuff. You could try to sneak around, bypass the group. You could simply wait, or you could launch your own attack. What would you guys like to do?
I want to snook up. Ready to... How many are there? Can we sell?
There's 8 gnolls, 4, in 2 groups of 4, as well as 4 human cultists. They appear to be having some kind of conversation.
If at all possible.
Again, you could...
Oh, Aster will probably, if at all possible, we should try and hear what they're saying, so not an all-out attack.
Understood. And I'm gonna give myself some temporary HP. Holy shit, 12 temporary HP.
Let's go!
Yeah.
As you see, on the sort of the knuckles, starting more from the knuckles on his hand, you see hair start to grow up over the back of his hand and down across his fingers. He's just gonna... Well, can we get close enough to listen without snooking, or do I have to snook?
If you wanted to listen to what they were saying, you'd have to snook. You can spend a few minutes where you are just observing their general behaviors and get the vibe of the whole thing if you'd wish, but what you do is up to you.
I wanna use my ears. Anyone is free to join me, but I'm gonna snook. That's a 20.
Wow.
I shall remain here and ready for when things go awry.
I want to
this
take
one
like a
here too.
vantage point, like high above.
Sure. Again,
Well,
if
there
you
are
wanted
places to
to,
climb, I think.
if you wanted to grow or not grow, if you wanted to pursue any closer, you'd have to snook in order to remain undetected. That's if you wanted to remain undetected. You could just walk up to him and say hi. I mean, I'm not in charge of. I'm not your mom.
I don't think that'd be wise.
Mother?
So you got a 20, Gamma.
Yes.
Well, let's see.
That 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
20 is a 20. Whoops, that's a
20 is
208,
20.
not a 20. This little area, let me show you what we're working with here, Gamma. You can pick a point on the map where you'd like to sneak up and listen. I placed it in the main channel, a small little screenshot of the battle map and what's going on.
Oh, there we go. Oh. I would like to come from... We're sort of on the main path area, right?
Yeah, or we can come from any direction, really.
Okay. I wanna be that little plateau. How, like, what would you say the closest I can get? Like 30 feet?
I'd say where I've put you now would probably be the closest you could get. It is within... Yeah, it's within 30 feet of that first group of gnolls closest to the top.
You know what? In that case, that's actually a good place to stay. Yeah, he'll approach to that point and listen in.
Sure.
I feel like I'd probably move right here, so I'm not within line of sight of some of these guys.
Oh yeah, no, again, like I said earlier, you wouldn't actually be within range of being on the map. I've just put you guys here so you could see what was going on instead of staring at the Green West Keep the entire session. Because a lot of this has been theater of the mind.
If I
I'd
may,
like to.
hold an action to throw a javelin for when shit goes down.
Would you like to be on the
Yeah,
mountains or the path?
Hmm?
Would you like to be on the mountainous area or the path?
High ground, of course.
High ground. Okay.
High ground.
I think you guys can move wherever, so feel free to do that for when things
Where
do
do
go
we
down.
where do we need to roll? When do we need to roll a stealth? Because I am not stealthy, so I'm not going to sneak her.
This would be when you guys enter the map. And this
Okay,
is when
cool.
you guys
So I
enter the
am-
map. This is where your tokens would start on the map, whether you roll stealth or not. But for now,
Okay.
only Gamma's approached. You guys are watching from a safe distance.
Okay.
And I'll start with you guys first. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll start with you guys first. Observing for a minute or so, all of you, everyone, including Gamma, you'd be able to discern that the 4 human cultists distrust the gnolls, and the gnolls distrust the cultists. Although, you can tell the cultists are kind of acting more bossy, as if they're the ones in charge, they're the boss. Their leadership amounts to more nothing than just ineffectual bullying, Walter, you'd be able to hear. The cultists have weapons stacked up against a rock. We'll say the rock's over here. I'll draw a little thing. There's a rock towards, far away from you. Actually, you know what? Let's make it closer to you. There's a rock right here that has the majority of the humans' weapons. So they're currently unarmed, out of reach. However, the gnolls all have their weapons on their belts. They stick close to their weapons, unlike the humans. Listening in on their conversation. Can you calm down with this music? Jesus, it's not that tense. No music. Banned music from this scene. Listening in on the conversation. Seem to be arguing just a little bit about the food. Humans are closer to the fire and cooking the majority of the food. The gnolls are already eating something, but you can tell that the gnolls have less food between them than the humans have between them. And it's causing a bit of a conflict of interest, a bit of an argument, a bit of a confrontation. But listening in, that's the only real information, or the only valuable information you might be able to discern from their talking.
Out of character, and I don't want to do this. I want to rally the gnolls against the humans.
I wanna do it too.
Oh my god. I do have the dog mask on.
2 rations for anyone that takes down one of the humans!
But
Okay.
what would we all like to do?
I would like to ready action a crossbow on like this
Alright,
guy.
I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do
Go
something
ahead.
dumb.
Also, Valamir, real quick,
Uh,
because you got an 8, because you got an 8 in stealth, you wouldn't be able to ready an action in time. They'd notice you.
Okay. Okay.
It would be you
Yeah.
would get a surprise round. Only unless the other 2 stealth, they might get a surprise round, but currently only Walter would get a surprise round because they're completely oblivious to his presence.
Mm-hmm.
Am I ready to
oh,
action?
I'm not gonna.
The
No.
ready to action does not count as a stealth action. It's just a ready to action.
No, it's just a ready to action.
That's for when shit hits the fan. So, got it.
Yeah. But he's gonna use the surrounding foliage and mud to sort of cover himself like he's, essentially been rolling around in the dirt, or been traveling for a while. And then he's going to. God, why am I doing the dumb things? Fuck it.
You just
And then
try.
he's going to. I know, but there's a part of me that's like, this is really dumb. There's a part of me like, but what if it works? He's going to.
It could be glorious.
How good of a liar
He's
is your
going to in a
character?
very good.
Yeah.
He's going.
Oh, I have advantage on deception now because of my subclass.
Oh shit!
Something that Natalia
He's
never
gonna
used.
come. He's gonna come like from where he is. He's gonna come like bursting out of the brush and sort of like falling down. And he's like, brothers, I found. No, they're humans. They've betrayed us. I'm from ahead. They have stabbed our leaders.
So all of the
They
gnolls are
mean
gonna
us harm.
all of the gnolls are gonna jump back, absolutely mortified. They've just been jump scared. And could you roll a deception check? I'll roll an average for the gnolls.
Chance. Could I perchance roll performance?
Ooh.
It means nothing. I have proficiency in both.
If you'd like to roll performance, then. I suppose, in a way, you could be putting on a show. Yeah. No, I could see that. Plus, you did the makeup kit and all that to make yourself look the part, much like a performer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I could see you rolling performance. Sure, go for it.
Please. I rolled a natural one.
I'd say you could
no.
have given yourself inspiration, but never mind. Which would have given, you spent an inspiration, but
Yeah, you
it's
do
too
have
late.
inspiration.
Yeah, you do.
What is inspiration to a
It
natural
gives you
one?
advantage. Well, it would have
I'll
given
let-
you advantage.
Oh.
I'll let it happen because, to be honest, Amanda, we've never used inspiration in the 3 years of playing D&D, and I'm totally accepting of the fact that it's something we'd have to get used to and actually remember that we can do. So,
Yes.
if for the first couple of sessions or the first couple of next sessions, I'll allow this, but this won't be permanent. This won't be a permanent thing.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Please don't fuck me this time. It's a 15.
A 15.
Plus or total?
15 total. I rolled a 9.
Alright.
Damn.
Still pretty good.
Good.
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna spend a point to add my strength modifier to the result.
A pugilist class feature. Let's go.
Oh snap!
What's the
It's a
total?
+4. That's a 19.
Gamma, the gnolls got an 18 on insight, and thanks to your you jump out of the bush. The rest of you guys, I'll give you, if you want to roll advantage on stuff, because this is a big distraction and everyone's kind of focused on this and less focused on their surroundings. If you guys want to roll advantage on stealth when you're sneaking up, if you want to sneak up, that's fine. So Valamir, you could roll stealth again if you wished to continue on, or not continue on, but to make that advantage.
I have
There
a
you go.
question. Is this like a hill or a little mountainy thing? What
Yeah,
is
it's a big rock with a bush on top.
Okay.
Why not?
So
Do I
it's
have to-
definitely
in
at
order
least
to
like
move
50 to
anywhere
20 feet
from
tall.
in order to move from where I am, I need to roll stealth, essentially, right?
Yes.
So just a straight
If you
roll
want to
from-
be stealthy. Yeah, just
Yeah.
just a straight roll for those in heavy armor.
25, let's go!
You didn't get a 5, you got a 14, you got a 16.
Oh wait, why is that?
It says it's a 5 because it automatically rolled on disadvantage
Cancels
because
out.
of your heavy armor, but
Right.
don't worry about it.
This
I
could
thought
have
you were gonna
gone
roll.
so
I thought you were
badly
gonna
for
roll
me.
regular dice. Yeah, no. I got a 16.
A 16, same as
Yeah.
you are no longer hidden. Let me just remove that from your sheet. Sorry, so sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore this roll. I simply need it so I can change your 7 to a 16. There we go, because Foundry things. Wow, all of you are hidden. Yeah, all of you. All of you. So feel free to, as long as it's on the edge of the map, place your token anywhere on the edge. So you could place your token on this cliff in the bottom left, or you could be up here if you want, just anywhere as long as it's on the edge of the map. Walter, you jump out.
Where?
Bear, if you want a separate token for your luchador identity, by the way, feel free. I feel like that'd be really
That's
cool.
fine.
Okay, you jump out.
I'm
Um,
well, if
you
it's gonna
jump
be
out.
anything, it's gonna be like a fucking Inosuke image.
You jump out, Wolf Mask and all, and you begin your attempt to convert them. The first group, they jump back. Whoa, stranger! You know, you give them a fright, but they're immediately and look to the humans a little confused. The second group, they're not too sure about it.
He doesn't look like a gnoll.
But another one goes,
Well, he's got big muscles like gnolls, though. Yeah.
you know. And thanks to your strength modifier, the gnolls are so cute and stupid. You're able to convince the gnolls that what you're saying has at least enough truth in them to make them turn to the humans questioningly. The humans look at the gnolls a little confused. You dim-witted idiots! Why would we do something of that?
Oh, I don't know, but first the food and now this.
He's not even a gnoll. Look at him. He's just some dimwit in a disguise. The gnolls don't even bother to look back. The gnolls don't even bother to look back at that. Humans are just shocked.
Stupid human lies.
Yes.
Power to the
Look,
people!
we can give you more rations if that's what you seek.
But he said you kill our leaders.
We didn't kill your leaders. No, it's me, James. You know.
They didn't get a chance. They're waiting. They're waiting.
They're gonna start running.
Don't be alarmed.
The humans are gonna start running. And if anyone wants to shoot at the humans or stop the humans, if anyone wants to shoot at the humans or stop them or do anything like that, it would be initiative, but you don't get surprise rounds because you're all hidden apart from Walter.
Yeah.
Are we shooting at the humans?
I mean, I don't think we want them to get away, right? Yeah.
No.
We really don't.
So what is the... Okay, pardon me for asking, but the held action, is that on top of the stealth round, or how does that work?
It would be it'd be part of the surprise round thing.
Be part of it. Alright.
I'm not gonna do it. I think if you are stealthed, you get a surprise round, but a held action doesn't work too much outside of combat because it defeats the point of initiative.
Right.
If both parties have
Yeah,
held
no, that's
actions, then what's
Yeah.
the point of a surprise round at that point? And it just gets all confusing. But no, since you guys are stealthed, you do get a surprise round. So
Although, if we attack the humans, then the gnolls are gonna know that we're not gnolls.
No, they're just gonna know that humans are attacking.
Oh, that's fair.
so
You could just,
Aster.
you could shoot the knoll. You can go for anyone. You're a third party. I'm a knoll here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Aster, Valimir, Natalia, feel free to make your surprise rounds. In the meantime, I do believe I fixed the initiative button. So hopefully you can click on combat encounters and roll your initiative, hopefully.
I don't know. I'll give it a try. Hold on.
Let's go, Gam.
Holy shit! I rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
So what was your total?
22.
22. You are the surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I
What's
got
your
a
dex
17,
tiebreaker?
which is very good with my fucking -1.
Holy shit! That's actually
Oh
really
shit,
good.
we're all rolling good initiatives. That's spooky.
Walter, what's your dex tiebreaker?
Huh?
Your dex score.
My dexterity modifier?
No, your score.
The tiebreaker.
Oh, right. It's a 14.
So
Okay.
Valamir would go first. Regardless, Aster, Nadalia, Valamir, feel free to do whatever you want.
I rolled an attack. Also, pardon to be. It's been a while since I played. How did it work? Didn't you get advantage during?
Yes.
If you
If it's
attack
a
Yeah.
yourself?
surprise round, yes, you
did.
get it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
then
Then
I have
I'll
to roll
just
it again.
Yeah.
Also, make sure when you're rolling twice like this, instead of rolling with advantage, that you're not using another arrow when you don't have to.
Yeah.
So Valamir, that's a glancing blow. Feel free to roll damage.
Give me a second. I need to up the quantity of arrows.
Yes.
That's bad.
19
the
hits,
same.
roll damage.
Oh fuck! I forgot that I can't click on the roll anymore to
What the
do the damage. On the 8.
can't do- I can't do
Why?
that.
Neither
Oh,
can I. I'll just physically roll. It's
Yeah.
alright.
How do I?
Roll.
Oh god, I'm gonna use your
1d.
crossbow.
1d8 would be a
Oh, that's weird.
5
Oh no, there's
plus-
always problems every single time. We're going so well doing theater of the mind stuff, and now there's problems. Oh.
Yep.
would also be plus
You should have
efficiency plus
Pardon?
its
What happened?
modifier.
stayed in theater of the mind, man.
How much is it? 1d8 plus proficiency plus deck.
Yep.
Dex or strength, depending on your weapon. Okay,
Depends on your-
that's plus 2.
Plus.
Okay, I added
9
the damage button back. You doing
4.
9 damage? Oh, well, you, Valamir, you're gonna have to target someone else.
Oh,
So who?
that's right.
Yeah, you're shooting that guy. Okay, sure. How much damage do you do?
10.
10. It's a glancing blow, so you only deal 5. Aster.
Alright, I'm going to Sacred Flame this poor fucker over here.
Goodbye.
No, not the nose.
The gnolls are still bad guys.
We're gonna
6
swash them anyway.
damage.
Yes, they erupt in fucking.
And then
Sacred fire.
combat begins. Valamir, it is your turn.
I'm gonna fucking shoot him again. Normal. Ah.
Oh, no, that one. No, terribly misses.
I can't extra attack because I'm not level 5.
User Kahnjar lacks permission to update token. What?
Don't worry about it. It's just being a big stinker. A big old stinker.
I will not worry about it.
So is that your turn?
I'm gonna
Oops, sorry.
do a blood curse on the crossbow.
Ooh, sure. Does it still work?
Or fucking crimson right. Dawn.
And does it still
There
work?
we go.
Oh, it still works. I'm so fucking happy. Oh, thank God. Is that all?
However, I did not. Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm going to run forwards. Any humans within punching distance?
There is a human within 30 feet of you.
Perfect.
You'll have to crawl over a dead human's body to get to him, though. But that's fine.
Perfect. Even better. He's just gonna run at him and try and tear him a new eye hole. Well, he takes up this. He's gonna try and stab him with a spear. Oh, that's a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. 7 points of piercing.
You kill him.
I kill him. Sweet. Nope, I can't do that. Nope, I can't do that. But I can do this. Is there anyone else within distance of me?
There's another human within 10 feet and another human within 15 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action dash towards the one within 15 feet.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna stand there menacingly.
Okay, the Knoll, it is your turn.
Humans are attacking! Ah!
They're a little shocked at the ambush actually, so they're gonna be discombobulated for a minute. Adalia.
Right. For now, I'll just. Oh dear, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. My microphone just made a BP noise. That usually means I'm not able to be heard again. Move 30 feet. Then. Fuck this guy in particular. Sure.
Yeah, fuck him up.
$50 to hit.
Which one? This one? Yes, it hits.
Yeah. Then 1d8 plus 4 would be a 4 plus 4 is 8.
8?
8.
And you deal a chunky 8 damage.
And do I want to use my bonus action? I do not. So that ends my turn.
Very well. Next is the Knoll. The Knolls are discombobulated on their first round because, holy shit, it's scary. What the fuck's going on? There's too many things happening at once. Master! Oops. Didn't mean to do that. It is your turn.
Alrighty, we've got Knowles running away. They're panicking. They're panicking. All right. I suppose I will get poof over to here. Just move. I'll just jump down. I think technically with the jumping I can get to there, and then hey. That's right, because the
Yeah.
distance down. Cool.
About 15.
I can shoot that. I can throw that guy, yeah, with a javelin.
Destroy him!
Nope.
Oof.
An 11 does not hit.
Yep. Down a javelin. Womp womp. That's what I do. I don't cast any spells or anything.
Next up is you're dead. You're not dead. Ah! Scary. Oh, I'm so scared. Next is the cultist. You have any spells or something? No. Belzo, honk honk. Gamma, someone is leaving your opportunity attack range. What do you do?
As are they?
No.
They
Oh
went
yeah, if
within
you have a
10
glaive,
feet.
then yes. No, they're
Yeah.
not. No, they're human.
They're human. I'm gonna try and hit him. Spear. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
6 points of piercing.
6 points of piercing.
Unfortunately, Nadalia, they don't make it to you.
Oh.
Gamma, you just fucking destroy him. Kill him. Get him. Get him good.
He just backhand fists them into the ground.
Disnal, a little bit more sensible than neither, is going to throw his spear at the attacker. Nadalia, spear is going flying at you. Ah! Unfortunately,
Rude.
misses terribly. You
Guess
interrupted
I
their
should
lunch
have a
time.
new
This
function.
knoll got set on fire from literally nothing, and now they're terrified. And they're running around. They're discombobulated. Oh no! We gotta get out of here, boys. Next is the person next to you, Gamer, and they're gonna try the same thing. You want to make an opportunity attack against them?
I
You
cannot.
can't.
They're gonna run over to their weapon. How much movement was that?
No, not the weapons!
Yeah, they run over to their weapon, and they pick up their spear, and they're gonna throw it at Nadalia, closest person they see.
Gods, what is up with these rude motherfuckers?
They don't like you.
Now I don't know who
they
to
get
attack.
they get a
Rude
10
motherfucker
and
number
they,
one.
and they miss. Finally, it's your turn.
So they're gonna make you a porcupine. I'm just gonna hit the
At least if I die, you
oldest.
can skin me for some info.
What is this, Far Cry?
Oh, 22, good job.
I mean, roll it. I got
Do it.
it. The cursor like shows like a stop sign or a cross circle red. Yes. When I hover over the damage. Okay,
You
slash
can't
roll.
click the damage button. No, get out.
Yeah.
Guess you don't do damage.
You have to deal with all these things. Oh, grr.
Slash roll 1d8 plus 2 plus dex. Yeah. Plus. Are they undead? They're not undead.
No.
Come on, d4.
How many people we got?
15. Yes, they are. The last human on the
Yeah,
battlefield.
1500 people. Nice.
The last human on the battlefield is dead.
Oh, ouch.
Is there
Well,
anything else
we
you
don't
want to do?
No. I like my point over here.
Walter, the humans have been defeated.
Yeah, he sort of like goes, yes! Hands! And then he turns around to the gnolls. Now, put down your weapons or you die painfully.
Intimidation. I wouldn't say liberated. I'd like to say under new management.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
Hold on, I'm checking if this is a reaction. Because it is. Oh wait, no, it is my turn. So technically I got my reaction back. Fuck it, I'm gonna use another point. Add it on to strength, baby! That's a... plus 4... 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. Let's find out. Okay.
I think I heard somebody calling for me, which means pizza. So I'll be right
Pizza
back.
time. Okay. What did you get again?
17.
17? Yeah. Okay. Usual 1, 2, 3. Sure. You That wasn't an exasperated sigh on my part, by the way. Sorry.
It did sound like it.
Sorry. I know. I figured it came across that way too. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta make sure this is cool and not upsetting to me. No, you're fine. You're fine.
That was
Because
wonderful!
They
Fine.
didn't get very good. They didn't get very good wisdom saves. Let's do it one more time just to be sure. Ugh. Well, one of them isn't following orders. The one that's furthest away, the guy. The other guys are they're all like, oh. Are you still pretending to be a gnoll?
Mm, you have no reason not to at the moment. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you've convinced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 of the gnolls to you're the new war boss. You guys killed the old war boss, and now you're the new war boss. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
He's gonna if they seem pacified, you know what? No, he'll just say he'll look back at the rest of his companions and go, if any resist, put a hole through their heads.
So we're pretty aware
he-
that the gnolls are just mercenaries, right? Okay.
Well, to a degree, the gnolls don't wear cultist robes or anything like that, unlike the actual human cultists. But even then,
Yeah.
No, they listen to strength.
it clearly, as shown by
seems-
the strong man who's now commanding the gnolls.
Well, I mean, like, you know, back in the thing, the only reason they were fighting on the side of that is because they were able to ransack, and it seems they were pretty confident they could get away with it. They're like children.
Yeah.
If they're convinced they can't get away with it, they won't.
Okay. Well
Um,
then, the one null that didn't listen is just action dashing into the fucking
Wilderness on his own.
wilderness. But I will say, actually no, this is very important because if he escapes, he might tell people. So it isn't this null that ran away. It's this null here. I said it's this null here. I just chose this null because I didn't think about you guys actually wanting to stop them. This null here.
Okay.
Can we make an insight check? Nadalia. Actually, everyone make an insight check aside from just Nadalia and Aster, because you guys are the only two. Gamma has pacified the majority of the gnolls, but asking for an insight check.
Why am I rolling? Oh, well, it's okay. 10.
What are you?
Do I have to roll?
It's okay. I'll remember
yeah,
next
but
time to roll my
it
pretty
might
purple
not
dice.
be too important for you guys. Just Nadalia and Aster.
Uh,
I mean, you can roll
Inside is
anyway,
a straight roll.
but insight check.
That's a 9.
All of the gnolls look pacified, yeah. Nadalia, is there anything you'd like to do? Actually, you know what?
Motherfucker, that could be
Valamir
best
and
place
Walter, can you both roll insight as well? It makes
sure.
sense.
Did they drop their
7.
weapons like they were told?
14.
7, 14. Meets it, beats it. Valamir, you're the only one that really notices this. One of the rolls isn't too sure about this new null fella, and he looks like he's gonna run. I assume you tell people this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Nadalia, speaking of which, you've just been informed that this null up here is going to make a run for it. Also, I moved all of the nulls because they're not in combat anymore, but...
Yeah.
This one.
yes.
He's gonna run off into the wilderness that way.
So either I mean, could I use my movement and teleportation to catch up to him?
What's your
Which is
teleportation?
60 feet.
Sure. No,
Total.
I'll say why not.
Sorry.
It's ability and resources you have to expend, so, you know.
Yeah.
You could just yell at him if you wanted to, if you don't want to waste your teleport.
You know what? Yeah. Because I now have advantage at intimidation.
Go for it. Try intimidate the gnoll.
If you sat one step away from us, my arrow will pierce your face the same way it did with this man. I can promise you that. It will be painful. You will feel it for a long time. Well,
Go
for the rest of your life, I should say. Okay, so because of the cloud rune, I have advantage on this, I think. And I do have proficiency in it, which is +4.
The skill monkey fighter, my favorite.
Oh no, not intimidation. I think that's deception. 1 second, let me double check.
Cloud rune, sleight of hand, and deception.
Yep, my bad. It's just a straight roll.
Scare him!
Nat
Scare him!
motherfucking 20.
Okay, good, because he got a nat 20 on the on the wisdom save from following orders. Yeah, no, yep, rank and file.
Fine.
Raise one eyebrow.
Yes.
Like
I'm coming. Yes.
Yeah. He'll essentially like get them all stood up, and like almost like basically military style. He'll have them all like stood next to each other in like a sort of like a parade setting.
That reminds me of Taproll with the infiltration.
I didn't mean to make another one. I'm sorry.
No, nostalgia. I'm happy.
No,
Are we gonna
he's
make
going
new
to?
again?
We are this time. These are our boys. How many did you say there are?
8 in total.
There's 8. Okay. He's gonna go. As he sort of like sorts them out, he gets them ready. He's like, I do not have time to learn all your names. For the time being, you'll refer to yourselves as the reindeers. Is that understood? Is that understood?
Oh, okay, yes.
All right. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Blitzen, Donner, Cupid.
Oh.
Sorry. So, you can call me Rudolph.
Okay.
Do gnolls eat people? Like, because they're different species. I mean, would they eat human?
I mean, if they were offered meat, they'd eat meat. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
Kind of figured. All right.
Your rations have been secured, as he gestures over to the humans. However, obviously the fight's not finished. Weapon inspection. And he's gonna. If any of the weapons are crap, he just replaces it with one of the ones the humans had.
They have they have pretty okay weapons. They have a spear and a longbow each, as well as a shield, or basic like buckler.
As I said before, the humans are conniving, scheming bunch. Luckily, though, as he gestures to the rest of the group, no humans here.
You all hear like,
Yeah.
Valamir is gonna look for like I don't know, a white flower or something like that, so I can make like a paint to distinguish the gnolls.
Aww.
sure.
You're giving them individuality. That's really adorable.
I won't have to make you roll anything for that, sure.
I mean, I have survival. I could just point, but
Yeah.
I have alchemist supplies or proficiency, yes, whatever.
you're looking for a plant that can paint. You'll want this one over here.
War paint for the reindeers.
They're not petrified, it's just
But-
they're more pain.
Yes,
Yes.
they have attacked our kind. They have promised meat and gold, but they take everything for themselves. Even the dragon has abandoned. But worry not. The humans don't know that we are looking for the gem. If we find it, the dragon's power will be our power, not theirs.
I do like lizards.
Yeah.
This is actually it's actually giving me ideas. I might do there's things that are happening. Because we're going to the Raiders camp obviously. And then
Yeah.
I have an idea if you guys like it. The gnolls, the 8 of them, they go off into the camp just like the gnolls. Because they're gnolls, they're not traitors or anything. They're literally the perfect disguise. And I could do a one-shot
That was my idea.
where we play as the
Oh.
gnolls and try to find the gem and steal it for the party.
Oh my god, yes. I'm so down
Yes,
for that.
please.
Alright, sure. I'll set that up later, but that sounds fucking... that sounds so cool. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
You get to
yeah.
pick Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. Who do you want to play as?
Yeah, I mean, the dragon's power will be ours. Yeah. Think of the meat.
Think of the meat.
The meat.
Aster, honest to God, just remains quiet. Like, just gonna, I'm gonna be spacey elf boy over here and not say shit. Because if I say anything, I'm gonna be like, why are we? Nope, just gonna keep my mouth shut. Bigger goal here. Bigger good things gonna happen from this.
Oh, I will say,
Should I just throw that?
I'm just presuming you guys would loot the cultists and things like that. You'd
Yes.
find 28 copper on them in total, so it would be 7 between the 4 of you. Besides
You can take my copper.
Sure, so someone gets an extra 7 copper. Or, actually, I'll give that to Kellyanne and Elliot. I'll give them 7 copper as well.
Yeah.
Aside from that, you find the what are they? The gnolls. Now that they're your friends, they give you some silver dishes that they stole, despite their orders. Silver dishes are worth about 2 silver per dish, and they give each of you 1 dish. So just add 2 silver. Don't add a dish.
Can I
Choose
get
the
my
worth of
crossbow
dish.
bolts back?
Yes.
What is it with our campaigns and gaining a weird following of gnolls?
Oh yeah, for some context, Mando. The last campaign we
Yeah.
were in, we had to, ironically for Cinnamon, we had to recapture her fortress. And to
Yeah.
do that, we fighted a giant ogre, and then the fortress was armed by a gnoll clan who was led by an ogre. So they killed the ogre, and the gnolls were like, strong!
You are now the war boss.
And so they got a fort filled with gnolls under their control.
Don't worry,
That's
we'll
awesome.
get it again. But no, he gestures to himself and the other ones. We are the thinkers. We are the war minds.
So what's the
You will
plan?
be our hands and feet. We are looking for things to gain power. There are people. There are items.
Frulam. Arrgh.
Yeah. But for now, we feast. And he's gonna. He's going to. What do you do? Yeah. He's gonna take his axe.
I'm
take his
gonna go
axe, chop off one of the hands. Yeah, chop off one of the hands of the humans. Put his spear in it and hold it over the fire and go. Meat is meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check the perimeter of the direction they're headed, which are basically gonna go be on guard. I'm guessing this direction is the way everyone else went, all the other people.
Yeah.
The footsteps.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. We'll just say they went that way.
Cool.
And yeah, he's gonna, chop off a bit, cook it over the fire, and toss it to whichever gnoll looks the hungriest.
What a
This
kind-hearted,
is starting to remind me of Shadow of Mordor.
kind leader.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is fine though. Don't worry about it. These are evil
slowly,
cultists.
No, we're just slowly mind controlling some totally not orcs to take over a
Take over
totally
the vast of the rest of the army? No, that doesn't sound anything like
totally
Shadow of
not
Mordor. I don't know what
take
you're
out
talking about.
the garrison of some totally not led by some dark warrior type.
Oh yeah, fair.
And-
No, not at all. That's not what's happening here.
One of the
No,
gnolls will,
no.
will ask you, Walter, what you plan. What are you planning to do next?
You will be on our hands and feet. You will go ahead. They do not know. Our brothers and sisters don't know of the humans. I do not wish to kill them. So we will sneak. We are looking for someone. Someone valuable. Someone that knows the humans' weaknesses. It'll give was he given a description of the dude? The dude that went missing?
No.
Leosin.
No.
The monk.
Yeah.
We do know he's a monk.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, fair. And we are also looking for the shiny click clack, but they don't have the shiny click clack guy. We're looking for the monk first, I guess. Yeah.
No, they do not have the shiny click clack. Monk first. Shiny click clack. Later. We are looking for a prisoner. The humans captured him because they fear him. He has power of the mind. He is a great thinker. If he was on our side, more brains. More brains means more hands. More hands means more food.
Well, yes, but he's human though.
We use them.
Oh, you just blown these souls' mind.
They use us, now we use them. They are helpful. We are in charge.
Very smart, very smart.
Viva la revolution.
I tell you, we'll go ahead to the camp. So we know where the camp is, and we'll take you to the camp. The camp's over there. It's that way. It's here on the map. It's the quest marker. The camp. Yes, but there's a rear guard. Dasher, do you remember where the rear guard is? No, you're supposed to remember where the rear guard is.
The one that originally said that looks at Walter with nervous sweat.
Yes.
Walter puts a hand on his shoulder.
The humans knew where the
It's
rear guard
okay.
is. Maybe we could ask them.
All of them in unison look at the dead bodies at the fire.
I don't think so.
At least they are tasty. And he's gonna sort of almost cartoonishly style, scratch at his neck. Are they gnolls or are they humans?
They're humans, I think. maybe they're like these guys, but not mercenaries. You know, these guys are just little babies compared to those other guys. They're the real deal. They're the devotees. They're into the religion and stuff, not the gold.
Yeah. Stupid humans. He's gonna sort of like pace back and forth. Don't even know how many.
Rear guard. There's a rear guard amount of them. Yeah! Yeah!
Yes, of course. Inside, he's face palming.
We'll keep a lookout on our way, and if we see the rear guard, we'll drop a rock.
There.
Now I'm thinking. I will consult my other thinkers. Eat
Yes.
merrily, cook
Yes.
well.
We shall eat. Yes.
Eat. And he's gonna, shuffle off with the rest of the party.
Just kind of sitting on a cliffside.
Just
How
sort of
goes the
sits there.
deception?
Very
They're
well,
fools.
apparently.
But hands are hands. Luckily, this mask blocks out most of the smell. But at the very least, we know there's another layer before we get to any sort of main forces. Sounds like it's mostly humans as well, so at the very least, it won't ruin our reputation with them if we slaughter them all. But we don't know how many, and as far as they're aware, they're the devotees. They're of a different breed. Shouldn't be a problem though, as long as there isn't too many of them.
So then is the plan
Yes.
to take out that next camp and then, in theory, hopefully use the gnolls to sneak into the main camp and find our prisoner?
This is the idea. If there are any gnolls there, I'm sure we can use our display of power to pacify them, especially since we now have a few more on our side. If it's all humans, well, we know what to do. And he sort of shakes his head. Oh, starting to sound like them.
Well, when one is dealing with fanaticism, it is not a difficult thing to no longer see them as such.
It is very hard to mimic their enthusiasm.
Might it be an idea for one of us to accompany the gnolls if they were to infiltrate using, well, their outfits, pointing at one of the deceased cultists?
It would.
Well, remember, they aren't infiltrating. They're part of the group.
Well,
Or they could capture
As
a
long as they
prisoner,
aren't
let's say.
fools.
name only.
They could be capturing a prisoner.
Well,
Yeah.
to be put in a position of prisoner is never advantageous. Having the outfit of a cultist might be more. Or less attention seeking. You're a
Well-
cultist, accompanied by a group of gnolls. You blend in, right? You just blend in.
These aren't cultists, they're mercenaries. And
Well, no. He's
as
talking
far
about
as
the
they're
corpses.
aware,
Corpses on
I'm
the
talking
ground.
about- yes,
Need a
the
cultist
corpses
leader
on the
with them.
ground.
our cultists.
Oh.
Yeah, they're dressed like cultists. The gnolls did refer to them as mercenaries.
Oh,
Yeah.
pardon.
Yeah.
That's where. Sorry, it just clicked to me. That's where the confusion is. So, they are dressed as
Yeah.
cultists, and they're dressed exactly like the other cultists you've seen. But the gnolls, for whatever reason, referred to them as mercenaries.
Ah, okay. And
Did
rescind previous statement. Yes, that would be a very good idea.
we did get
I don't know.
what mercenary band they were, what the name of the mercenary band is, and so
Yes.
forth.
One
So
moment.
we at least have the basic
Consult notes.
information we'd need to be able to blend in.
The red mercenaries,
Yes.
Hmm.
and then the hive shifts are the shady end. Ooh, trust. Remember, there are shapeshifters afoot as well.
Did any of the bodies change after we stabbed them, or are they just normal?
They're just normal.
Okay.
Might it be an idea to try and, I don't know, have some manner of identifying ourselves to one another?
I
I don't know how these shapeshifters
I don't know how
work.
many. Well, that's a point. How about something only each of us would know?
Do they copy the items that we are carrying too? Perhaps some item we all might have
Well,
in
they
common.
can't copy memories, I'm assuming. I would hope. So how about a code word? Something easy to remember.
Something that might come up in decently regular conversation in case we might get spied on.
Into suggestions. Right now, I'm trying to forget the smell of human burning meat.
On that note, perhaps.
Let them eat. We could scout ahead or just stay here, I suppose.
It would
I lost
mechanically
little in
speaking,
that fight.
if you wanted to let them eat. If you wanted to let them eat, it'd just be a short rest before they'd take point.
Yeah.
Right.
Lost
Well,
resources.
they know where we're going better than we do. Let them eat, and then we'll move.
Ask for your suggestion on something that only we know. Depending, would it be an Arcana to roll, how some shapeshifters work or don't work? Or would that be like?
Hold on. Where's my book? I have a literal book that tells me what I can roll to get lore on the monster that these things are.
Cool.
If I can find it. If I can find it. Okay, I found it. I found the book, that is. Keep talking, I'll get back to you.
No worries. If you guys are hungry, I can go scavenge for some food. I understand. Only one creature here eats the meat that they do, and I don't know. I think most of the rations were trampled when they. Huh?
I have some rations left, if anyone
can-
needs some.
So, I imagine you hunt then. Because I can hunt with you. If
To
you
a
like.
degree. That we can do.
Then we can go hunting together. Whee!
Oh,
I
Yes.
think I have some rations in my backpack.
Save your rations for when we absolutely need them. If we do not come back with any gain, then perhaps you could eat them. But it is good to preserve those that do not go rotten when you are in an area of bountiful.
There's not a time to be spoiled. Time of conservation.
Yeah, because we don't know how long we're going to be traveling.
We have no fucking idea.
Shit, it's not Martin I'm playing.
So survival.
He'd be protesting.
Actually, you've probably got better survival than I do. Can I just give you advantage?
Alright, how much? Is it a DC? I know there are DCs for this. Hold on. D&D 5e.
Actually,
I guess just wait for
sorry
Bunny.
to.
because-
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
was gonna
literally
say.
can
Wait
just.
for
I
Bunny
literally
because
can just.
I
No, I
really
can literally
want
just
to,
look up a book. Bunny.
yeah,
Bunny
I
doesn't
really
need
want to do survival things, but I don't know any of the survival rules. It's gonna come into play later in the campaign, but this is a good starting point just to get somewhat familiar with the rules. So yeah, no, feel
Alright,
free to.
I'm looking for a body. Well, if there's any bodies of water, then I get advantage. If there isn't, then I'm just going to give advantage to. Brain. Help! What's your character name?
Aster.
Oster. Oster or Aster?
So here, I'll put it in chat how you pronunciate it.
Pronunciation.
Year.
Aster. Here.
Aster.
Main. Boop.
Or store.
Austere.
Okay, so.
Austere.
Oh no, hold on. There's a lot. Never mind. There's more results coming up.
You're good. You're good.
Holy shit. Sorry. I've only got. So I don't have any concept of the battle aside from the screenshot. So the first one's a very organized camp, people all around, stuff happening, and like me sneaking off to one corner. The second image I have is me in the center and blood everywhere.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
what happened.
That's inaccurate.
Like 6 seconds is a lot. Holy shit.
You know what? I'm just gonna go grab the DM's guide because it's literally in there. Means I have to get up. Alright.
You guys are so like accurate. I make it
would
up as I
be-
go along.
You can make either a history check or an arcana check. What are we determining with this check, by the way?
So Amanda knows that some shapeshifters actually can read surface thoughts when they take your form. But not all shapeshifters
Okay,
do that.
yeah,
Some
it would be
shapeshifters just take
arcana.
a generic.
History would be trying to determine the bandits' origin, the mercenary group's origin, which I have info on, and arcana would be trying to determine their abilities.
Why did I do that? Oh well.
What'd you get? No.
I got a 3. No.
I cannot give you it.
And, and then I rolled my dice, and it was like, here, have a 20. I'm like, oh, thanks, fuck off. Anyways, I should know
That's
better.
where
I
cookie
can't
crumble.
not to click the shiny clicky clacky of the technology. But yeah. So then I would just ramble that, since I don't know which one it is, because I have no way of knowing. Some shapeshifters steal who you are entirely. Others just steal your visage. Others just look like things like you. We don't know what sort we are dealing with.
Oh, yeah,
But having a
kinda
code-
like the vampire who stole the apothecary's identity. It's crazy.
Yeah, you could be a vampire, apparently. Shapeshifting is not one trick pony, so to speak. But a password would, or a code word would help at the very least.
Something
I
innocuous, like sparrow fly south for the winter.
missed the Futella garrison.
I missed the Futella garrison. All right, that seems like a conversation starter.
Wait, so what are we doing? Sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
Oh, this is just among us. We're
okay.
picking code
Among
words
us?
for Rig, just in case.
How
Sorry,
about
I'm so
something that can't be predicted?
Azan?
What do you mean?
What if
Azan the Wanderer?
What if it's a thing, not one thing? How about...
Oh fuck! I wish.
How about we flub a knock-knock joke?
Knock knock.
No.
My friend.
Just like that. Just like that.
It's something you gotta. What are those things called? They're really popular. Not cryptids. Like they're pretend humans. It's like, what do you do when the pretend human comes in? And he's like, oh man, I can't believe all of these birds outside. And they're like, what birds? And they're like, oh, the birds outside. It's like, you're meant to be blind. Oh.
My mistake. I'll get it better next time.
Actually, that'd be a pretty good idea. That'd actually be. I'm just saying, that's a pretty good idea. You could pretend you're all blind, and obviously you're not blind. But if you acknowledge another person as I'm not blind, then kind of sus. Sorry, I shouldn't be giving you guys ideas.
Just by pretend. Yeah, you shouldn't be giving us ideas.
I was getting really pulled into it. Sorry.
Being deaf would also not be bad on that one.
What?
Wait, you hear me?
You've gotten your hearing back. Yeah, I have.
I visited a healer.
When?
So
Where? How?
is the code to not be deaf or to be deaf?
Well, I mean, imagine that if I don't know. That's strange either way.
Well, we need something less strange. Something that can be overheard that doesn't seem like it's too bad of a thing to be overheard. Or something that can, for example, be failed without announcing anything. That's
Secret
why
handshake?
I suggest they failed a secret. Well,
I mean, that's going back to the I missed the food at the garrison, and the response would be some random food we had there. We didn't have that, technically.
Triple cheese steak deluxe with a roasted caramel
I'm not allowed.
sauce.
You're the DM.
I'm hungry now.
I just had pizza, and I'm hungry too.
God fucking damn it.
Alrighty. So, what would you say the resources in this area are? Are they abundant? Are they limited? Or are they very little for food and water?
Are you asking me something?
Yes.
Sorry.
The resources like food and water availability. Would you say abundant, limited, or very little?
That
I would imagine
you guys
this is
have?
at a warband. No,
Or
in
the warband?
the woods.
Oh,
No.
in the woods, like your nature. Okay.
I would feel like since the warband just came through here, limited might be.
Yeah, I'd go with somewhere in between limited and normal, actually, because they just came from raiding a town where they stole most of their food and water. So they wouldn't need to forage, and they'd all be tired. So actually, no, it wouldn't be limited. It'd be the one above limited, because they'd all be tired after the raid. They'd all have stolen beer and food, so they wouldn't need to go out foraging and things like that.
Cool.
I wouldn't say
So
abundant, because this is, like I described earlier, it's all rocky, kind of mountainy area. There's a lot of greenery and stuff, but it's not like a full-on forest or anything like that.
Now I roll a d6. 6. Plus my wisdom modifier, 9. I can feed 9 people. With what we find in the woods. Because so abundant food and water is 10 as a DC 10. Limited is 15, so I made it a 13. I got a 16 on the die, not even plus my modifiers. And then if it's scarce, it's a 20 for the DC, the difficulty check. And then if you succeed on your check, you roll a d6, and then you add the character's wisdom modifier to determine how many food in pounds the character finds. And then repeat again. And then repeat again for water. So we find 5.
You guys left the town at about 6, and it's about 9 to 9:30ish now.
Okay. All right. And medium creatures need about a pound of food of water. Wow, a pound of food a day and a gallon of water. So I find we can find enough water to hydrate us, and enough food, and then some to eat. So we'll have some extra we could give to the dudes if we wanted to.
That's
So we probably
fine.
we probably find a deer or
humans are
something.
80% water. So they're good. They're good on water and meat.
So yeah, you and I go hunting and we find a deer,
We find a whole deer.
a whole deer.
Oh. Yeah. He doesn't seem to be very adept at carving it up, but you know, at least he helped in you finding it.
Yeah.
He does keep the
Awesome.
antlers though.
It's probably only like a 2-pointer, you know, small, because it's only
yeah.
9-ish pounds of food. It's a young one. Oops. But we eat it
A young one.
anyways.
It was a young one. But yeah. They make their food. We do ours, and after that, I guess we start. We let them take point and follow them up until we can get to the point where they recognize that we're getting close.
Sure. So just to recap, while they're eating lunch, we've had this talk while walking throughout the forests, and we're searching for food. We excuse me. We rolled survival, did the thing. Found a small deer, cut it up into useful pieces for later, and we're now joining the gnolls.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. That was a big. I'm gonna pin this real quick. Anyway, that was a.
I call that an absolute win.
I call that an absolute win. Yeah. So, the gnolls get up. They all have white paint. One of the gnolls, Valomir, what did you do with the white paint after you finished painting the gnolls?
Do I still have some left? Like,
I have no idea. It's just one of the gnolls would cover like a rock in the white paint, so it would be distinct and recognizable.
It's pretty
You know,
smart.
all right.
If we see them up on ahead, we should travel some distance from each other. And if we see them up on ahead, we'll drop this white rock on where they are. Yeah?
Very clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
We'll continue on to the camp.
Yes.
What happens when we get to the camp? Because they don't take it's super kindly to outsiders. It's kind of a, your war boss has to know their war boss, and then you guys connect, and that's how we made the big war band. But after we get to the camp, how do we like reconnect with you?
Do you get to the camp? Wait, we're talking about the main camp or the rear guard?
Oh, the main camp. All we know about the. Sorry. Sorry. I just realized for some reason this gnoll is Australian.
Hey, no, I'm fine with it.
Look,
this
mate.
Knoll is very
fine.
Australian. The clever Knoll is Australian. It's fine.
All we know about the rear guard, mate, is that there is a rear guard. The cultist boys, the one we had our lunch with, they probably knew a little bit more about it, because they talk to the rear guard. We don't. We keep our distance from them. They're stinky and stuff. So we don't actually know where it is. That's why we got the rock and why we're going first. Because when we find it, we'll drop the rock. But when we'll keep going along to the main camp, yeah? Or is that not the plan?
It's the main camp.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's so. Aster would look to Walter, like having them just go from the rear guard to the main camp, like that seems like a good idea. That Aster just kind of nod, looking at Walter because Walter's in charge, So gotta let him talk.
The main camp. I will speak to the warlords and let them know of the humans' betrayal. I will try my best to convince them. I do not know if I will succeed. But it's better than them turning on us and turning us into mulch and food. Us before them.
Yeah. Yeah, all right.
Can you roll insight, Gamma, real quick? Just Gamma.
Insight. Please, for the love of God, roll something decent. That's a 3.
So if I'm understanding what the Knoll said, though, is that they'll go past the rear guard.
They'll once they get to the rear guard, they'll drop a rock to signify, hey, this is the rear guard, because you guys will approach, see the rock, and then the rear guard is close by. Yeah, or the rear guard camp is close by.
Yeah, and our plan before is when they got to the main camp is for them to find the prisoner.
Yeah, find the prisoner and try to find the Whitestone as well. Right?
Not to have our war chief here give the talk to the other war chiefs. We were just gonna have them sneak in, grab the thing, find the stone, get the dragon, then come back. Is what I thought.
Yeah, but I thought they were mentioning like we can't just go in, and I was like, well, we'll act as a distraction.
You guys can't just go in, because you're not part of the greater war band here.
Okay.
We could walk in.
Sorry,
just fine.
I misunderstood what you meant.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. You have a really funny accent for a Knoll, but you know, who am I to judge? You know, I can't question the war boss's strength.
Down south?
Yeah, it's not my place to question the war boss's strength, so.
No, it's not. Alright, you guys sneak in. If anything happens awry or something, obviously we're going to hear a bunch of loud noises, but make a bunch of loud noises.
Yeah.
And we'll come in and swoop in and save you guys, because you guys are very important to us.
Yeah, alright.
Us non-humans got to stick it to the humans.
Seriously though, at that, Oster kind of nods, because like at this point in time, even though they're Knolls, they have become part of they're responsible for them.
Part of the group.
One of us.
Part of the ship,
one
part
of
of the
us.
crew.
So as of that, word has been given that we're gonna help these people succeed, because our success in this actually affects our success overall. So yes, not even lying, Oster will bleed for these Knolls.
All right.
We'll bleed for these little cannibals.
And with
Hey, I'm from space. You have no idea what I eat.
Fucking sun.
I'm not gonna say where I'm from. You won't like me.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Hmm?
I remember nothing.
I remember nothing. All right, is that? Were you about to say we were done, Bunny?
No.
Okay.
There's one last bit. We finished before we get to the main camp. But as usual, I was like, I was gonna say at the start, we might be finishing a little early today, but then I forget that you guys somehow tend to take my 2-hour session and make it 4 to 5 hours, which is fine. I'm very thankful for it, because I didn't want to make it a shorter session. The Raiders camp is a big task as a GM to create, so it's very sandboxy, this module. But no, they'll begin on walking up ahead.
Right. We need to get an actual Knoll. This is very tiring.
I
He's
don't
like
know.
a single liaison.
Well, you got the break when we hunted for a little bit. You didn't have to act like the Knoll.
I'm a bit too nervous to take the disguise off, considering, well, you're all fine. I'm very much human.
And then with a no half smirk, no indication of sarcasticness or anything like that. It's an unfortunate plight that you have, my friend.
He nods and then he's double takes for a moment.
We could probably disguise your ears as, elf ears, so...
I don't like the idea of wearing a disguise underneath my disguise. I think at that point I'm already starting to make mistakes and going down a
Why
road I
not
don't want to
even
continue to go down.
Have a backup plan for your backup plan, and have a backup plan to that backup plan.
I think that might be a bit redundant.
Yes. My backup plan involves
More blood.
knocking a large amount of people unconscious.
Yeah. It can help
That's
you
a
with
good
that,
plan.
at the very least.
For the time being, I guess I'm stuck in
Unconscious.
this.
Okay.
Alright.
What? Don't mind me.
There was no one, apparently.
It was me. It was me joining and then leaving.
Oh. Okay. Fastest.
Right. Well, you're no leader for this time being.
I am the null leader, but I like to think of this group as a democracy. While my antics are my own, I think if I am to dictate the survival and success of this mission, I will require those of like mind to be in agreement. Is there anything else that needs to change? Anything else I'm doing wrong? Or something that needs to be tweaked? I would like to hear about it.
I feel as if the plan is rather sound so long as the Knolls truly believe that. I mean, it is all true. So, I mean, whether or not they believe it doesn't. It only matters insofar
Not a
as.
single insight check was rolled as the Knolls walk off into the distance. I'm joking. I'm joking.
And they're gone. We've just alerted everyone.
No, I'm joking.
But
not
so-
really, but you know.
So long as they believe
Not really, don't worry.
that the
Yes, DM's only covered.
dragon, having the power of the dragon, helps Knolls be stronger, which it does. And that the cultists don't have their best interest at heart, which they don't. Perhaps they can be proven further useful for the betterment of this place as opposed to its detriment.
So tilts his head. I honestly didn't think that far ahead.
Well, at least one of us does.
Yeah. This was the most off-the-cuff thing I've ever done, to be honest. Well, this all things back to the dragon. The second most off-the-cuff thing I've done.
You performed quite admirably from off the cuff, and it is quite the nice cuff.
Right.
Wearing a fancy.
I'm not to be able to bathe for a while.
That's fair. All right. But yeah.
God, maybe I shouldn't have quit smoking. Fuck's sakes.
Wasn't this a suit made out of leather? Oh god. And that together with
This suit currently has a lot of... I need to get the suit that mends itself because I don't have the sewing skills to maintain this one. I still got holes in from last night.
Ah, right. You didn't make the leather suit then.
We should
No, this is my grandfather's. I'm just a similar build.
100% like.
Weren't you skinning like a lizard person? Sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. Like Oster was just gonna be like, we should at least go spend time with them. They are our warband after all.
Although they did say to keep distant.
Oh. Okay. They've walked off at this point. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
It's
this
all
would be
looking
walking and talking, I presume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to play
We should-
Bad Cop or Worst Cop.
We'll get a chance, don't worry. But they're about 300 to 400 yards ahead. They're out of view, basically. However, upon walking along your path, Gamma, can you make me a perception check, please?
Why is it always me? God fucking damn it, Bunny. Ugh.
Would anyone else be looking out for the white stone?
I mean,
Because
yes.
Yeah.
that was the plan.
Fine
right?
then, everyone roll a perception check. Gee. I hope none of you beat the insanely hard 10 DC.
Oh, I got a 14.
I will actually
Same.
rather be keeping an eye on the knolls ahead, like the distance knolls ahead of us, just to make sure that none of them are looping back around to
17.
betray us.
Sure. Wow, so all of you get it, but decide not to tell Gam. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, about 200 yards ahead. Again, your tokens are here because I am assuming you guys wouldn't befriend the gnolls and they wouldn't tell you there was a rear guard and they wouldn't do a rock. So your tokens aren't actually here. They're just on the map because I needed somewhere to place them. So don't worry. But around here, where you guys are standing, ironically, about 200 yards ahead of you, you spot a white stone on the middle of a path that swerves in between a canyon, indicating the rear guard is there.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hopefully there's a number of gnolls in there.
And
If not, we're just...
because of the stone and the perception checks, one of you beat the second DC. Those 3 DCs. One, if the gnolls tell you exactly what's happening. Not the gnolls. If the cultists tell you where the rear guard is. One is if the gnolls tell you about the rear guard, and one is if you never gain any information. But the second one, which is what we are, was a 15 wisdom, and I'm pretty sure one of you beat the 15 DC for the perception.
I got a 7.
Was Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khan.
Move on.
Where is it? Okay, I don't think it's anywhere here, so I'm just gonna describe it to you. You see in the swervy canyon, whether the other people in your party have put how suspicious this is, a swervy canyon where the stone has been dropped with high cliffs that would be perfect for an ambush. You begin scouting out those high cliffs, looking around, looking up ahead. And again, you guys aren't actually here, so don't worry. But, Khan, you spot... I'm putting a picture in the thing. In main, you spot on the elevated cliff faces before dipping down into the canyon. People's spears poking up from bushes.
I hold up the group, say, ambush ahead. Can I make out the numbers? Or would that be...
I'd say a group of 5 to 8, maybe?
well, mostly I'm going after is kind of how they're divided on each side. If we want to split the party, or if we want one after another.
There's a big concentration on the left side. There's a small coupling toward the north, and I'd say you'd relatively understand the locations of them. Like I said, you'd see their spears poking up through the bushes and shit like that. If you were down, like this is, okay, I'm imagining this. You're 200 yards away from this point, and you're standing on not a hill, but the path you're traveling dips down and forms a canyon.
Gosh.
So you haven't gone into the canyon yet, and that's how you're able to see these people.
Alright,
Oh wait, I should probably read you your options. You have options. You can completely bypass the encounter if you don't want to fight people anymore today.
Oh, shit.
I would say you would
Khan.
be in the clear as you spotted this ambush from 200 yards away. You would be in the clear to walk around it. Simply ignore it. Or again, you can do whatever you want aside from that. Just making sure you're aware of the options that you can just leave. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
That's okay.
No.
So,
we might
bloodshed or no bloodshed?
I'd say bloodshed with a few Perhaps captures? See if we can get some more coherent information.
We have
Understood.
nowhere to hold prisoners. We have no place to properly torture them, and we are on a time scale of saving an individual who is prisoner to these people.
That is correct, but they hold more
Question.
information than the gnolls do.
The quest we've been
Evidently.
given was gain information, not to save. If the camp ends up being too much for us, having the information now will benefit us greatly.
I'm going to look at Valimir because the person we're supposed to save is his friend.
I'm not saying I don't want to save them. I'm just saying if that becomes out of our capability, isn't within our capabilities at the moment.
Any of these individuals escape, it becomes out of our capability.
I can guarantee they won't escape.
If we...
Would that help you?
Well, just,
Loads crossbow with malicious intent.
well, yes, I mean, if bloodshed is what you all need to sate your duties, then so be it. But it is
It-
something we
Also,
can
it is
easily
not-
avoid.
Nadalia, since you noticed them,
Mhm.
just for what was your perception? 17?
17.
Yeah, you'd notice kind of what the gnolls were talking about a little earlier. They're dressed in similar, but not identical. Not identical to the earlier stragglers, the humans that you killed. Actually, sorry, let me just read it from the book. These raiders are distinctly different from the earlier stragglers. All dressed in similar, but not identical, black leather tunics with flared black mantles. It's relatively safe to assume that these are more dedicated cultists. Their outfits higher quality, more groomed and taken care of. You might even spot, I'll just give it to you for flavor, you might even spot amulets, or not amulets, but jewelry adorning of the White Star, be it a bracelet, a ring, a necklace, upon their gear. It'd be very hard to see from where you are, but we'll just say you have elven eyes or something.
Or something.
Because I don't know, it's like, it's 200 yards away, but you also notice these things. I'm like, okay, sure.
Well, to be fair, I can also jump, I think, 7 feet directly into the sky. So no, is it 7 feet? Yeah, 7 feet directly up, which is actually taller than me. From a standing position. So logic doesn't logic anymore.
Don't worry about it. You're the best basketball player that basketball has never seen.
Oh, that's like almost 3 meters directly into the sky from a standing position. Fucking hell, man, them legs.
Jesus.
But
So as Oster has stated, Aster is willing to fight, but he thinks it's unnecessary.
no, yeah. Sort of like looks over.
It's resources we do not necessarily know that we have to use. Be that blood, ammunition, or spells, or power, he would say power. It is resources we do not have to use. That is where I sit, but my blade will follow yours.
Where I stand is the resources we might expend for this. I think the resources we gain from it may be more valuable.
He's gonna sit down cross-legged while he thinks for a moment.
I'm not
On one hand,
I usually am
Sorry,
not one for a subterfuge. I usually enjoy a more clear path.
This isn't subterfuge. We are just walking around them. There's no line or real sneaking.
What I'm trying to say is, I think if we are going for a slightly more stealthier approach later on with the camp, a more direct approach might be beneficial for us now. for the information we may gain and for the potential lack of backup later. Though it's not quite the right usage of the term, but divide and conquer.
As he said some things, he says, Master's point, it makes sense. If something does happen at the camp, it is better to be more prepared than less prepared. Having the resources to expend when you are in trouble is always useful.
That way, no one is tempted, and he'll look at the potion that we still have left of vampire bullshittery to commit folly again. I know you desperately wish to gain information and every last drop you possibly can of blood from the people who have wronged you. But you need to think clearly about your life. If you die here, you don't make it there. This is a fight you don't have to have.
You are...
If we are in that much need of information, which I do not think we are, I trust that our plan is solid for information. Yes, but we have allies on the inside now, and they are more valuable than any human.
That they
He's become one
allies
of
in
We know.
allies in
We know that
inside of
Solon
our-
Quotation marks, human.
So, do you want me to remind you all the stuff that we do actually know in character?
No, what I'm trying to say is... Okay, out of character for a second, because I don't know how to roleplay this appropriately. What I'm trying to say is this is a relatively easy fight. Right, looking at the map.
That you know of, that you may think it is. Like, we don't know what level
True.
these guys are.
True.
They do look
That's a very...
like
Power
I said
level.
earlier, their uniforms are of higher quality.
They look. I would say they look spooky to me, but like, one of them could be a 20th level fighter. Like, don't make that assumption, my
Well,
friend.
no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
They're not a 20th level fighter. It is I know exactly what this is.
Yeah,
Not because I
yeah,
know the thing,
yeah.
but I...
Because you've seen the 5e tool tokens, have you not?
I know what this is. It is winnable, but you are correct. We would use a lot of resources.
I'm just working from like an actual standpoint of a person who would live it like in this world. Like, I don't want to get stabbed. I'll get stabbed, but I don't want to. And if we don't have to get stabbed, let's not get stabbed.
Yeah, and also...
Actually,
like...
I have an idea. Can Nadalia, since you're the one...
Oh no.
Nadalia and Aster, if you'd like, since you're the ones that are interested in this, what would this be? Can I get a general either intelligence or wisdom ability check from the two of you? Wisdom or intelligence, it's up to you.
Give me a brain check.
Yeah,
Oh
basically.
dear, that's terrible of mine, but...
I put my dice away.
Well, should have picked brain.
19.
I got a 16 plus. What's my intelligence? Or is that wisdom is what I would use because that's my better one. 19.
So we both got a 19. As you're talking about how to deal with the rear guard, Valim, are you also interested in the rear guard?
Yeah.
Are you more?
They have my
Are you
friend
more
captured.
active or listening in this conversation?
No, the rear guard doesn't have your friend. The camp has your
does.
friend.
No.
I
The
know
camp has your friend.
information. You know.
I mean, you can roll if you want. The DC is
Information
18,
pin.
which both of these people beat very nicely. Maybe you've overheard while during your travels or while at Green Rest, or maybe you've been in a war band yourself, or you've been in some type of military organization. A rear guard is typically sat towards the back end of a traveling group or camp. If a rear guard isn't moving, they might pause, travel fast, and then pause, and then travel fast, and then pause. Although the positions that they're standing in such a perfect spot definitely feels like they're paused, which means the main
Yeah.
warband would be paused at a camp or something of the like. So the warband's definitely settled down and they're definitely in a camp. With 19s in this check, you'd know that the rear guard would often report to someone at the camp. Maybe once every few hours, they'd send someone to report and give a situational update on what's happening at the rear, just to let the camp leader know what's going on and let them know they're safe. There's two
They
outcomes.
don't have anyone to report.
Yes. If you attack, you kill everyone, there's a chance the main camp might be on edge, as they haven't heard in from their rear guard for a while, and they might be unsure. There's a chance that if you attack... this would be a general tactics check, by the way, the intelligence check. There's a chance, if you attack, and one of them escape, that they'd informed that there are people behind attacking them, and they'd be even more on edge.
They'd be on alert, yeah.
Seeing how high quality their uniforms are maintained, how much religious paraphernalia they have on them, these guys are a lot more fanatical than the people you've captured and interrogated in the past. To get information out of them it'd still be possible, and
Very difficult.
it would be very good and high quality information, but it would be difficult to get out of them. These are definitely
Probably
the
take
type
like
of people...
a day's worth of torture.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'd only say like 30 minutes, maybe an hour at most.
Oh, they break it
To be
down.
fair, torture. Well,
The DC would be very high to extract information out of them, is what I'm saying. So, you can attack the camp and get a lot more information about it. You can attack the rear guard and get a lot of information about the camp, but it is very high risk reward.
yeah.
It still could be hugely beneficial if you get that information. And even if you don't get the information, you now have a bunch of dead cultists with very high quality uniforms you could steal for yourselves, so you could attempt to blend into the camp even better if that's something you wished to do. But yeah, again, otherwise, Nadalia, Aster, as you're talking about this and discussing it, you'd realize these possibilities and what a rear guard might entail, which is the reporting thing. Just to maybe help push this this debate in one direction. I'll give you guys a little more information about it.
I'll leave it at a single point. The way my mind goes is usually the more information you have about a situation are usually worth large sacrifices, but that's just my standpoint.
Well, as it sits, we're not planning on attacking the main band.
No, not attacking, but as in we might...
And you've also
information in
stated
general lay
that
out.
subterfuge isn't your strong suit, so if we were to gather their things to sneak in, that wouldn't really work. So our luck rests on the faithfulness of the that kobolds? What the fuck are they called?
No.
Those,
Prancer.
yes,
The
the
reindeers.
Our best bet for a lower violence apprehension of the individual in question rests with the gnolls.
At this point, he stands up and he looks over at our very silent mechanical friend. It is your friend we are saving. It's powering down. It is your friend we're saving. Do you have anything to add before I make my decision?
I would like to tell you guys that Al, the guy that we talked to, said that we don't have to break my friend out of prison yet. We could just cower ahead. So, but I would prefer having him out.
Understood.
We can get him out without a fight. And if the gnolls are clever, if we can get the gnolls to aspects of it, get that and information about where the stone is located.
It seems we are undecided. If I make a decision, and he looks between the two of you, will you both adhere to it?
I already told you my blade is with you. I just think this is folly.
I think information is power, and be it subterfuge or a direct attack, it will benefit us greatly.
I'll take that both as a yes.
I mean, Aster said yes. Aster literally said my blade is with you no matter what happens. He just thinks this is folly.
Oh no, he was,
Yeah.
referencing to the...
We're both
Yeah.
indicating that we're strong in our opinion, but we follow your final decision.
Why am I in charge?
So, Gamma,
Alright.
before as he opens his mouth to reveal his answer, splattered across the screen is a find out next time.
To be continued.
So you have until don't worry, you have until next
Will
session
we go on a direct
to decide.
subterfuge, or will we take a campaign of onslaught? Find them next time.
Because we're
Nice,
gonna be ending about this time. It's hit the 4-hour mark,
I
which
swear.
is all of the time we had available for today. So
No worries. Fucking hell, man. I didn't make him with the idea. I made him the most normal person ever, but for some fucking reason,
The decision keeps falling on you. I think it's because, okay, so how do I say this properly? I think we have two very opinionated characters, and you are such a neutral party in most cases that it just tends to drift in your direction.
Well, yeah, Aster does not believe in unnecessary bloodshed, and Natalia is bloodthirsty.
Not
Yeah,
bloodthirsty.
Con.
I don't know about that. I've seen you running into the fray, screaming, "Where is she? Where is she?"
Yeah, no, Natalia is very, very bloodthirsty. If you don't intend her to be that way, that is how you're playing
No,
her.
she very much is.
So, and Aster believes in, like, if you can get around it without killing a bunch of people needlessly, then congratulations.
God, I'm gonna. Well, I've got time to think about it. I'm gonna be thinking.
Yeah, you got
about
plenty of time to think about it.
Like I said, you have
fuck's
the
sakes.
entirety until next session.
God.
It will definitely be next week, but sometime next week, if people have the time, we might do 2 sessions that week. One as the null one-shot, and one as the normal campaign. I'm
Just a
not
bunch of nulls.
sure though, because I did want to start another small D&D thing sometime next week. So I have no
Well,
idea.
to be honest, hold on. To be honest, we can just do like, because technically it's still part of the main session, right? It's the gnolls going in there to get the stuff. So instead of the main session, we could do that.
Yeah, it'd be up to you guys.
I mean, that'd be fine, because essentially while the gnolls are doing that, we're going to be waiting.
Yeah,
and just having basically roleplay time.
It's very,
So,
it's
like,
very fitting, unironically, with the module as well, because I didn't want to do Chapter 3, and a lot of advice online says it's often recommended just to combine Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, and if we use the gnolls as the driving force for Chapter 3, then it's very fitting.
Cool. So everyone, I don't even know. What's fucking? It's so weird. Are we just gonna make characters that are gnolls?
No,
No, just give us a stat block. It's fine.
yeah, I'll probably just give you like preset stat blocks.
Oh, okay.
I'll make them a little.
I said there was a.
So you could give me like a little quirk. It's like, oh, my gnoll is a bit of a mage on the side, or something like that, and I'll add a little bit of flavor that way, just to flavor the gnoll to be a little more personal to you. But aside from that, yeah, it'll pretty much just be the basic gnoll stat block.
Nice.
That specifically does not involve talking, because I don't want to be the party leader. I don't want to.
Yeah, my gnoll can't talk physically. It's mysterious.
My gnoll, he replaced his tongue with more teeth, so he's just really good at biting.
Yeah, he's got an extra damage dice when he bites.
I don't have a good Australian accent, so I can't be the clever Noel.
You,
That's fine. I'll
it's okay.
probably...
You can be the.
I mean, there's 8
You know.
Knolls, so I'll need to play
a
some
Red
of
Ranger
them
and
anyway.
a There's a Red Ranger and a Blue Ranger. The one that's like, I want to be the clever one. So you can just be the Blue Ranger.
Yep. Oh, damn! I'm Scottish. God damn
Gonna
it.
try and outshine him. Regardless whether you succeed or fail, you'll be doing your job.
I'm fucking fantastic, mate. No, that's fun. I can still talk for a little bit. I'm in my car on my way to work, so I'm not like in a rush or anything. So.
On your way to work? Fucking hell. What time is it?
Mm-hmm. I work in the afternoon. I do after school classes, so it's like 3.
Oh, respectively. Fuck that. I could no.
Gamma hates children.
Middle schoolers
no.
on top of that, if you'd like to have more of an aneurysm.
Oh, double fuck that.
No.
I just want to
I've
say.
had some. Okay.
Oh, no, Andrew.
There you
go.
Please.
Oh no, please do. I was going to talk about work.
Can't say something or I will stab you.
Oh, fuck off, Gamma. No, I'm just saying. No, just wanted to say I kind of wish I was playing Martin because he would fit in this campaign so fucking well.
What? Yeah. Well.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Just
that's
like everything,
you know.
Everything that's been happening would be up his alley so fucking perfectly.
If Nadalia died,
I think Martin
they could come
and
back
Walter
as a
would
Knoll.
get along so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But would
you can
Martin
come back as one of the
and
Knolls.
Aster get along though? Because I don't think that Aster
No,
and Martin would
no,
get
you
along
would
at
not.
all.
No, you would hate him.
You would not.
You would. The moment
I feel like that would be a fight.
You would use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be
Martin's
on
a
my
total-
honor. I have
Hey
to
guys,
fucking kill you
I
now.
leveled up. I leveled up. I got a new spell. Want to see what it is?
Aster's the type.
Banishment.
No, there's no payment needed. The kind deed is payment enough. Martin's the type. Oh yes, you'll need to be paying me triple what you said you would. Otherwise, I will kill you. Yes, I will.
He
I will set the
He's
monster.
very fair.
I will set the dragon free if you don't pay me triple what you gave me.
You are seriously misconstruing Martin.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He would try to do what's
It would
possible.
only be
He'd
double
think
the
it's fair,
payment.
because if you got
Double the
paid
payment.
3 gold for taming a dragon, that doesn't seem very fair. But triple that, no, that seems fair. It is a dragon.
No, to be fair, Martin is very much a person of his word.
I have a
If
slight
previously
feeling-
a certain gold amount was
Well,
agreed
you're a
to.
person of your word, like a fae is a person of their word.
No! Martin has always kept every single promise he's made.
Yes,
Yes, but that
only
promise
to
has
the
a monkey's
only to
paw.
the letter. Yeah, only to the letter, not the spirit.
Yeah, no, the monkey's paw. That makes total sense. That's how, like, a fae is true to their word, but just because you didn't think the word could be this in a different way when construed with this specific point, doesn't
I
mean it's
didn't
my
touch
fault
a
you got
hair on
fucked.
his head. You kicked
Yeah.
him 36 times. Didn't touch a hair on his head though.
Stop reading into what I'm saying. It makes things difficult for me.
I have a feeling if you guys die, you're gonna come back as the Knolls anyway.
100%. I already checked.
Yeah.
There is a 5e Knoll. They have bite attack
Yep.
as a bonus action.
They're pretty great.
No,
They're pretty fucking awesome. Can we all come back as Knolls? I mean, just like
And then pack tactics and then just fuck shit up. Yeah.
yeah.
but honestly, yeah, you would.
We all come
fucking
back as
despise
paladins and just smite. Yes, Martin would be.
But no,
I think Martin
I,
and Walter would get along, but that's about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I think
well, it's not.
I think
Aster's not
Esther
lawful
would just-
stupid. He's just, stutter.
Yes.
Esther would despise Martin, though I think you would like the character.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I like everybody's characters. I just I'm not playing lawful stupid, but I am playing lawful. So there is that angle.
You have a code.
Yep.
I mean,
The code is
I mean-
if you don't have to do it, don't do it.
Martin is lawful.
Yeah.
Evil.
Uh-huh.
Lawful evil.
What? What's wrong with that?
if he has anything to do with taking
Wait
souls
a
and
minute,
dealing
are we all
deals, stuff
lawful?
like that,
Hold on. I'm a lawful neutral.
I'm lawful neutral as well.
Yay!
Heading towards. Yeah.
I don't like you fucking
Heavy.
laughing, Moffy. Moffy, I swear to God, if you play another fucking chaotic neutral character,
I say no
He's a
words.
chaotic
I
good.
swear to God,
I'm not completely
6
certain.
feet under is going to be a suggestion. You're going to get a shallow grave.
I like to say it's an
I'm
even
actually-
split. Okay, it's an even split in this part.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
You really thought
We
you
got a
really
fucking
thought
chaotic evil.
Mia and Scout wouldn't play chaotic?
Chaotic. Oh, fuck.
Well,
I'm
at
actually
the very
uncertain
least,
what
as long as
the
you
line
do something
party-
that is remotely cute, you can control Scout.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
This person
Well,
does a
the
cute thing.
interesting thing about
I'm on their side forever.
chaotic characters, which I play chaotic characters a lot actually, is that the
Oh.
chaos is a balance. In order to do chaos, you also have to do things that are good or bad or neutral, or it's only chaotic if the choices move along the spectrum. If you always do the same thing, you're no longer chaotic.
If they can predict your next move, you're not chaotic.
Exactly. Like a chaotic
wait,
character
hold
a lot
on.
of times. Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, no.
I
See, that
am
means
chaotic.
Walter's chaotic
No.
neutral.
No.
That means Walter's chaotic neutral.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's not allowed.
Things are gonna get a little strange.
But yeah, like for 100%, Oster is lawful neutral. The only reason he's neutral and not good is because in the grand scheme of like the fucking cosmos, lawful good just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be
only-
things you're going to have
Yeah.
to do for the greater good that would make you neutral.
To be fair, I think the only reason Martin is considered lawful evil is because he just has a very strong code that, though not very similar to the regular moral code, let's say,
No, it's a merchant's
still-
code.
not even that, but it's kind of a combination of a merchant's code and just kind of what has made sense throughout his lifetime, which isn't quite good nor per se neutral. It's
No.
not.
It's
So
It's
it's
for
worse
him.
than a merchant's code.
it's for him. That's what makes you. That's what the evil comes into
Yes,
is when it is for
exactly.
you.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it comes down to. I think. Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but I think in the end, Martin has a very similar moral code as to me. As in
Yeah, you're great.
thinking.
Well, being a human in this shit fucked up world, you need to look out for yourself.
It's more of
Well,
the,
mine isn't a human. I am. I'm fucked. Mine's. I'm fucked. I'm a human leading a bunch of human-hating gnolls. The second they find out I'm dead.
no, they're
No,
dead.
no, no. You tell them. No, no. You tell them you've been. Okay, seriously. While we were hunting, Oster's going like, if they ever find out you're human, you can just tell them.
Uh-oh.
You're what?
I'm sorry, you cut out right when you said the thing.
Oh.
Right at the time.
Oh, no.
Oster would tell him, "On, forever." No, I'm sad now.
Oh no!
Let me know.
Wait.
Am I
hold
gone?
on, say something.
No, you're here.
No, you're here. Hold on.
Hello, I'm back. Okay, cool.
Hello.
So,
Yes.
Oster would tell him just to tell them that he's been cursed.
For being too
He's
strong,
been
they had
cursed
to
to look
curse
like a human. Yeah, they cursed him and turned him into a human, and he
Yes.
needs to kill the one that
I
did it
was
in
the
order to become a gnoll
greatest-
again.
I was the greatest warlord known to mankind. So great you probably never heard of me. But I was so great. Oh, my fucking voice.
Yeah, no, seriously, I love this.
I was so great they had to curse me to the weakest, most pathetic creature ever. Human.
A human. Like, that's a great story, and Oster will 100% like help you work on your backstory of what you guys hunt.
I have to construct a false
Okay, luckily.
fucking narrative.
Yeah, I had to check, but luckily there isn't a single human in our party. We're good. Whew.
Jesus Christ, like.